Hello, everyone, and welcome back to tonight's episode of Blood and Sand for the first time in a very long time. Due to delays due to people's scheduling for, jobs and such.
Smoke.
But we're back. We're back for a session. We are trying to do these. We swear. We swear. And stop making that face for the love and honor of God. So, where we last left off, the party had been venturing inside the sewers of Duskhaven after a grievous battle in which many a friend and ally had been badly injured, KIA'd, or worse. Some people got the far worse end of it, including the dragon that sort of looms over the town, Galgarond, who is, as Alistair discerned, due to a true sight ability he received from a somewhat ominous little fellow, patron, we'll say. He's very much on the cusp of death, as currently recovering inside the tower, which he has taken as his lair. The tower is quite large, and is definitely the case of it's a large building, but on the inside it's even grander and larger, so bigger on the inside. And from there, the party went down below as the first attacking force that hit them during the battle was indeed Skaven. So they went down to deal with these rat folk. Not finding many, but finding several captives, they managed to free them, encountering things like several nasty undead, washed away soldiers who had been, by some malignant force, turned into monsters or other, for lack of a better term, disgusting things. They even fought Otayus down below, and eventually found themselves encountering these bizarre turrets. These turrets would essentially perform a different spell, or would change every now and again to different spells. They were able to cast Magic Missile, Disintegration Ray. I do believe I had them cast Fireball, and they have other stuff they can cast. But the party managing to be stealthy enough, not alerting them, following the pattern as they would boop, 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 boop. So whenever the eye was in that trajectory, it could spot something. Apparently even able to, while not target, is aware when an invisible creature moves in front of it. The party managed to disable a few of them whilst following an abomination, a large mass of a flesh golem that had been constructed by some bizarre madman deep within the sewers. They were encountering this creature and managed to bring it down eventually, kind of without a realization that one of the party members used electrical lightning damage upon it, which sent it into a bloodlusting frenzy, which seemed to almost give it a new lease of life. It was eventually struck down, and then a large iron bull was deployed after one of these eyes were sent floating down the corridor towards them, and a voice came over it demanding report from the experiment, and then sent the next experiment down below out to engage them. The party immediately fled from the Gorgon that was barreling down towards them and was more or less causing a very large ruckus deep within the city. So a lot of them are concerned for the fact that might end up destroying a lot of the stuff and cause it to cave in. But once they brought themselves back up to the surface, back out of Crumblebottom's office, which the entranceway from down below to had been more or less destroyed by the Gorgon actually crashing its head into the wall, following the last person who got out, barely. The party exited to flashes of light coming from the top of Galgarond's tower. Light, dark, fire, and eventually crackles of lightning that even broke one of the windows. And the party was flung up through elemental convenience up towards the top. I'm trying to remember that. I believe that's what happened.
I don't remember that bit, but it may have happened. It's been a while.
It was... everyone got a different type and was sent up.
Don't remember that. Well, what a good place to start!
Balls.
Don't remember that!
It was a long time ago.
Glad we're at that sewer. It felt like we were down there for months.
Maybe re-describe that bit, because I don't recall that at all.
Yeah, the last thing we did was we came out, and I was like, yes. Blue.
I'm a good
Yeah,
at
and
that.
almost punched
We
you.
never actually went to any kind of tower or anything.
I just want to mention something about the tower.
You mentioned that the
You
lights
mentioned
were
the
happening,
colours.
yeah, but I don't recall
I mentioned
us
that there were
going.
lights. No, not yet. You weren't there yet. Yeah, whatever.
It was a good place to start.
So you guys recognize for the fact that a large amount of light was emerging up there. Even a crack of lightning and fire had erupted out of one of the windows and cracked it out. And this sounds like a large commotion at the top of the tower.
That doesn't
mean-
sound
So-
good.
What would you all like to do?
I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of tapped out. Like of
I'd like to have a
everything.
nap.
Yeah, I'm in favour of sleep.
Really? You guys are slowing down already? I mean, I
I work like a dwarf. I work in short sprints.
I get that this day feels like it's been going on for almost 5 months, but come on.
Grunt stands up and acts like she's ready to go. She has 13 hit points.
Oh my god!
No, that's no,
Let's have a look at Naren's character sheet real quick.
that's no.
Hang on.
Don't have access.
I am going to give access to Buckley Calabari to. Fuck it. All players can edit control. It's easier.
Oh god.
There. You're fucking medic.
Oh, okay. That's.
Wait, what's that?
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
let you guys-
god.
I'm gonna let you guys know. Buckley has used some of his fucking spells.
He's
I'm gonna
used
let
a
you know
lot
that.
of his spells. I mean, we were talking about this earlier. I think I am literally the only character who is okay because I have no stuff that requires cooldowns.
Mhm.
Yeah, Grunt's good to go. Let's do it.
I was going to make a perception roll, but I have a passive perception 25, so I can kind of see that my teammate aren't looking great.
They're looking a bit rough.
Grunt's smile is just a mouthful of blood.
Ugh, what potions?
Yeah, she just
what potions
she bares
do
her
you have?
teeth, and it's just these blood red teeth.
What potions
The
do people
chances
have?
of survival are average at the moment.
Oh dear.
the next decision we make could swing the balance either way.
I think I have 2 or 3 healing potions, but I also think I'm fine on health.
How are you on spells?
I'm not too beat up. It's
I'm
more
basically done on
abilities.
spells.
Okay, well I'll give one of my potions to Grunt.
No, other people need them.
They really don't.
I think you're top of the list at the moment, Buckaroo.
Well, I think technically Nero's at the top of the list, but I don't know
Well.
how many spells he has left.
He's a cleric.
Yeah, that's the
He
thing.
can heal.
That's the thing. I don't know how many spells he's got left. He's definitely
Because he
used
didn't mark
some.
them down.
He's used some. I know that much.
He's used a good few. He's used a good few. He's used a lot.
Okay, let's just say
Like
Yeah, that was
basically,
his
I'm.
first proper
he's
fight as a cleric, wasn't
he
it? So
definitely,
he was
he definitely
practicing.
used fabricate.
He's used Fabricate, he used Wall of Fire, he's used a lot of spells. I'm let you know, the only, I'd say he maybe have 1/4 level, 1/3, and then maybe 1 or 2 second and 1 or 2 first. Because he's literally tapped himself out as much as he could in that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
He was
so-
he had to start going into melee because he was running out of stuff he could do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so cure wounds on himself. I think, just to bring him back up.
Also, we need to have someone who we designate as a Jaegerer if someone else doesn't show up, like 2 people, because Blue keeps fucking getting chosen for that stuff.
I don't
Which is
mind.
not fair,
I have
I'm
no idea what
designated-
Jaegerin even means.
It's a reference to Pacific Rim. You basically have 2 people controlling 1 character.
Right.
That's a really odd reference.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
because
It's
it's
from
what
Critical Role.
Critical Role use it whenever Ashley wasn't there. It was Vax and
yeah.
Vex, so
Yeah,
Jaegering Pike.
Liam and Laura Jaeger Pike. Cool. So that's another first level
Do some
spell. I'm
Jaeger
gonna
bombs.
do Cure Wounds again at a 2nd level, I think, and that's probably gonna be about it.
Okay.
2nd level. 10.
You're really missing Duran right now, who can just snap his fingers and heal everyone.
Yeah, damn life cleric show. And
Yeah,
s-
man, that's fucking brutal.
Okay,
They're the strongest
so
heals in the game.
Naren now has 1 of every spell slot and 2 of 1st level, and has 24 hit points.
Where's
Grunt has 13 hit points and she's ready to go.
I give Grunt one of my health potions. Please drink before you fall over.
Now, when you do this, do you look in any way injured? Have you got max health or not?
I've got like 2 hit points missing, so it's like a scratch.
Make a deception check, just because I know this motherfucker is going to be like, "Are you hurt?" So I want a deception check from Demalora, insight check from Grunt.
The Malora.
Hula.
25.
Wow, Buckley with that deception, and you do not have advantage. Go away.
So yeah, so no.
She'll drink it begrudgingly,
Yeah, no, I am not.
probably
hurt.
swallowing the cork.
Bit of
chewing on the
roughage.
glass.
It's a bit of roughage.
Some heavy fiber to help move it out.
Yep. How much do I heal for?
It's 2d4 plus 4.
2d4
Minus
plus 2.
2 for glass damage.
I didn't drink the glass.
She doesn't just take the bottle like in fucking
Oh.
Bioshock Infinite and go, "Halt."
So glass is where you draw the line. Noted.
Well, look, if she had reason to believe that she was supposed to drink the glass, like any reason at all, she would, but she doesn't, so...
Oh my
Well,
god.
Nera's back in double figures. Let's go.
This is a bad idea.
It's a terrible idea.
So glad
So is
we're
being
all
an adventurer.
So at present, there are people that like say are down below that are essentially watching a like a thunder and light show happening at the top of the tower, like all walking, looking up, murmuring. And Aeon, Sul, and Yunero are both moving their way up towards the actual tower itself to enter.
Ah, fuck it, let's follow in tow.
Yeah, I feel bad about this.
They both look to you as you all follow, and they just nod, open the door, and they just go up. Everyone follows Aeon Sul, who the moment he actually steps in from the thing, his human guy's gone. He is now standing 8 foot tall, gold, and actually a bit of silver dragonborn. Or not dragonborn, half dragon.
Half dragon. Oh, okay.
With long tail, and even wings that are coming out slightly at the back, like more stubbed, like growing.
That's different.
He's a half dragon.
That's different. I'm guessing that that's not planned, whatever's going on up there.
And so I have a hunch. I don't want to be right. Go, come on. He leads you
We have
up,
to make it quickly through the maze.
up. He knows every step. He knows every step you follow. Even Merrick had to stop at moments, but he is Creadove's or Galgaron's blood. He just follows, knows exactly where to go. Bang. You go to the healing room, the essentially the reliquary for
where we
him.
left everyone.
And as you open it up, you just see a shade that is just this large, ghostly figure, just white, black, and just like ethereal. As it just immediately just into dust. And on the other side of it is there Merrock, who has a sword out and is currently putting it from one top and closing this large, like, dark portal where literal shadow is pouring out of. And there's 2 or 3 more around. And Scylla just has taken his 2 fingers and closes another, and they both, on both sides, just begin blasting arcane and natural magic straight into the last one until Marok gets close enough, taps the top of his sword and closes it with the sword again. And there's Galgarond, looking a lot grayer, not as gold speckled in the fountain.
Oh, shit.
And we're looking at another potential shadow dragon.
Yeah, does it look similar to what we saw happen previously?
Make an investigation check. You're just looking at him from a distance. You're not really getting. Unless you physically grabbed him, you wouldn't be able to really look too
The danger's
close.
gone, all the portals are closed.
Yeah, they just closed the last 2 portals. Alistair, you said you wanted to do one as well.
Yeah, not bad.
Damn.
Rolled an 18.
Gonna get a +2 on that.
You haven't a clue. But you two looking over, and you two having a lot more. Delmar read a lot. Alistair, you just know how to kill shit. You have studied both you beast and especially dragon. And you were watching when the green dragon. I swear to God, I was going to stab you if you I swear to God, I'd have killed you. Just
He really
whack.
wants to investigate this. Just
So,
let me
Come on,
see.
Dash, I'm a Dragonborn. I know.
In the fucking microscope I have to.
when you guys last looked at Slarlak, who is the green dragon of Old Fortune, you were watching the half-changed form, and you were noticing that it was almost like patches. It was almost like a bird that had gotten into tar or into oil. Like there was bits of black over, and it was just like seeping on top of it. Here, this is less of a infection, like that would be how you would describe how Slarlak looked. This is more of a change of palette, almost like this energy is just weakened.
Does he look aged?
Tremendously, actually. It's seeming like whatever guise he's been able to keep up to look a lot younger and a lot more vigorous is diminished.
Right.
And
does it
it's
look
just
does it look like it's safe around here now?
Merok and Scylla both. Scylla just like grabs onto the staff again and just wrapping his knuckles around it, and Merok does put away the sword again. And they're both just breathing heavily. And it's Merok the first speaks up. Used to be a Lich's Tower. Need I say more?
You picked a wonderful place to call home.
I mean, yeah. Hindsight is 2020. All things considered, these last sort of 24 hours probably could have considered living elsewhere.
Galgrond is just this very low, deep, slow breathing. If I did not try to cleanse, just be a fountain of power for the next necromancer to stumble across it. It's not going to allow it.
Well, we're all looking pretty tapped out at the moment, so maybe we should get some shut-eye and then talk about strategies in the morning. We've got a beast that's lurking down in the sewers, which is likely to bring the whole town a few levels below sea.
Yeah, if we could deal with that currently, we would, but...
I have some ideas, maybe.
Grunt would like to go up to a very sickly dragon and pat him on the head.
No.
Pick an animal handling deck.
An animal hand!
Let's see how well you pet the dragon.
Seems
There's
legit.
questions about this, but sure.
Just make sure it doesn't spit on you.
He's had
Yeah.
better.
Wow.
It is a very tired, very fatigued dragon, and it's less so a protest on Galgaron's part and far more so a protest on Aeon Soul's part, who just, after you do the first two awkward bits, it just pushes you away from him and just begins tending to its father again. Which, if you remember, when healing magic was used on Galgaron last, it actually harmed the caster for whatever was the amount that was meant to be healed. So he has to straight up regen over time.
Right. Where we getting shut-eye then?
I kind of want to stay in here, to be honest. I'm a little
I
concerned.
was afraid you would say that.
I'm a little concerned about sleeping inside the building, to be honest, especially since half the floor is still missing.
Well, I have a mostly intact house still.
I have a mostly intact swamp still.
We still have a house, technically. You and me.
Technically, yeah.
Technically.
I'm pretty sure
I
at
don't-
this point there's been enough casualties that there's quite a few empty houses at the moment if we needed somewhere to stay.
But
Grunt writes a note saying she wants a blanket.
Well, I would have said this is probably the safest place, but now I don't even know anymore. Might as well just sleep in the street.
Grunt writes a note saying she wants a blanket.
Don't know if I start with one of those.
You probably have a blanket,
I'm sure she has a blanket.
but I doubt it's a blanket big enough to fit Grunt.
It's probably one of the rugs.
Yeah.
So do you
One of
give
the
it one?
mini rugs.
Because I know
Or
she hasn't been
blanket.
carrying that stuff around.
None of us are carrying that stuff around.
Take down one of the curtains or something.
She shrugs and goes to take down one of the curtains.
Mark just got not down, and you've already torn it off. And it's like the dog who's like enters its little like kennel thing by taking the blanket off the top and wrapping itself in. You just take it, throw it around your stuff, you just curl up and just.
Oh, I'm not using it for myself. She puts it on the dragon, even though it's way too small.
You just throw it over the top of his head.
It's like
It's just like it more covers the muzzle of him, just
it's
like the top
putting
of
a
his
bit of
muzzle.
tissue paper over a dog.
It's basically.
She's going to kneel down, and she's looking very motherly. She's like, "Oh, it's sick."
I'm going to find a corner of the room.
I'm just gonna say thank God it's not me. Because I'm A-okay.
I need to get
She's
some
ju-
rest.
she's just going to rest one of her hands gently on the very edge of one of his claws, and just sort of fall asleep like that.
I'm actually going to look in the four corners of the room because I've noticed that somebody is again absent when it would have been useful if they were here.
The four corners of the circular room.
Whatever, I'm examining the room to see if the raven is there because he appears to not be.
Make a perception check. Yeah, no, you don't. If he's there, you don't see him.
I just roll my eyes and just like, of course.
Time for some shut-eye.
This is, by the way, you're not going to be getting the regenerative effects, so this is going to be till next dawn. And you're going to be
Yeah.
doing this in a day, like you're not going to get the short rest to get the effect of a long rest like you did before. It seems
this-
like Galgron's kind of reserving that kind of energy right
Yeah,
now.
this is
He was
gonna be-
able to give a bit before, but now it's kind of like someone who needs like a blood transfusion giving you one of the packs.
Yeah, that's fair.
Shame we didn't have the fight up here, then we could have provided a lot of blood.
Well,
Right.
hit die it is then.
All right, start rolling. Actually, no, you just get hit dice back for yourselves. And finally, I get to start rolling hit dice for Galgaron.
That's gonna be a lot of
Right.
dice.
So we're not healing naturally from a long rest. We have to use hit die for this.
But we'll
No,
regain
you
half.
guys regenerate like like if you spend a long rest, you will
Yeah.
heal as normal. You
wanna
go
go-
back to full health, get half your hit dice back, that stuff.
Okay.
Yep, I'm doing a long rest.
It's just Galgron who doesn't regenerate fully.
Hit points I wasn't too bad on, but I might as well. So
Didn't have to use that
long rest.
potion.
Funnily enough, my appropriate dice color.
Yes. Didn't have to use that potion, but
Hey.
it was better to be safe than sorry.
Let's tick everything back to 1. Spells back.
That's better.
Hit points back. I didn't actually use any hit die from previously.
No, because we just kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
that
haven't
was
really had any
just,
short
that was
rests.
hands down one of the longest. I think active days. Like that's some Helm's Deep level of just constant fucking siege.
It's been
So-
nuts.
You guys wake up and it is you can still smell the and it's a bit colder in the room as a direct result of there being a broken fucking window.
Eh.
Somebody took the curtain off.
No, that as well. So you all go to rest. You all. This is the first time you've actually been this close to Galgrond in this state, and for someone who was like, oh, taking on a fucking Baylor less than 24 hours ago, looks like an elderly. It's basically the equivalent of seeing like the old kung fu master just get to that stage of, well, now I'm too old.
Grunt spends the
Not so much
entire
a
night
dragon.
just sleeping, kneeled on her knees, just with a hand on his claw, just mothering him.
You are eventually pushed away as Aeon's soul in his half dragon form is just almost entirely over his father, and just on top of him, and just barely even sleeps. Like anyone who stirs, just notice he's still awake. He has his great sword across his legs, and he's just like looking constantly, like very protective currently.
I would say I'd like to get up early, but not a chance.
Not a
Nope.
chance.
I'm
give you an
fucking out for
idea,
this one.
To give you an idea, it would even be 3 hours before sunrise. So, because you guys were active during the whole night.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I'm just
Now-
like,
Yeah,
It's going
I'm
to be
the only
by
one.
noon.
I'm the only one who could be like, yeah, I'll take a short rest.
Now you can take 4 hour rest.
I said 4 hours.
But you have to. But you do have to spend 4 hours again. Just
Yeah,
like,
well, I'm just
Not
that,
doing
that
stuff.
4 hours is basically just sitting, just watching, just sort of sitting up against a wall, just like.
Do you look out the windows? Do you?
Yeah,
Look.
I'll probably look out the window because after 2 hours I'd probably get bored.
Down below and looking at the city itself, it's very. This is a city you've known for the last few months as a very resilient spot, but to watch it just get so laid low, and the civilians all now, just the two, you know that where they are, you are invited into them, so you are aware that there's the two entrances to Merok's Magnificent Manor, which he has two of, and inside there, you know there's probably a few hundred civilians that are just terrified right now. This is a bit of a grim day, but even then, you still do see a few figures that are still moving about, having rested fully now. Athir was one of the first people up, is actually on a war horse in full armor and is doing patrols with a few people. Basically, anything that looks somewhat ratish is probably going to get hammered within the next 10 minutes.
Mickey Scarpers.
Mickey, best fucking scapper. He's going to get a divine
Back
spite.
to New Jersey.
Go back to New Jersey before he gets smited to hell. Mug and Jonathan are both active as well, eventually patching themselves up. Mug, you did realize as well when you were coming back that Mug and Jonathan were having a dispute as Jonathan was basically taking spears and small swords out of Mug's back from probably several Skaven that were trying to destroy him. It's like, why did you fucking go into that many? I knew you had me covered, but I didn't want to use that much else. But it was cool. You know, the fuck you, it was cool. God damn it, man.
Alistair's so proud.
That's my troop.
That's your boys.
It's
It's
your
my boys.
When we wake up, is Dragon still not doing well?
If this was any one of you, you'd probably be tip-top shape right now, but him, this is a slow recovery. There is just like that little glimmer of energy off of him that he didn't have yesterday, but he's still exhausted. He's still down recovering right now. The only reason he was even able to like survive the night was the fact that he was in the fountain.
Shame we can't convert into a player character temporarily. Long rest, full health. The joys of game mechanics.
Throw him into the sewers, beats the shit out of everything. Cleared it.
Right.
Wish spell. I wish he was a young dragon, or I wish he was at his full strength as an ancient dragon again. That'd be scary.
Yeah.
Grunt writes a note and goes up to Alistair, and part of it is just done with pictures. There's like a picture of a really cute-looking like whale, just real stylized, and it says, "How do we hunt swamp whale?"
I think I get what he means.
I feel like we already killed a bullet.
We did. I have its head and a tooth. But now I have a
they're still
plan.
She takes her head and she just writes on the note, "Bigger."
I think I get what you're pointing at. and
I
do
think
have
she
a
doesn't
point.
understand. What she doesn't understand is that whales don't swim in the swamps.
Right. Okay. How much do I know about this creature, Das? Do I know
About
what it
the
is?
monster that you all went fuck this shit I'm out to.
Yep, that one. That's the one.
So this would basically be like your time at rest. You were just thinking of this fucking thing and the fact that it drove you out. Last thing to drive you out had 6 arms and was utterly terrifying when it got you in your youth. Make a history check, because this wouldn't be nature-based.
Okay. Now, is it a monstrosity?
I feel like they may be constructs.
Potentially. I can't remember off the top of my head. Where's favourite enemy?
Large monstrosity.
Additionally, you have advantage on wisdom survival checks to track your favourite enemy, as well as on intelligence checks to recall information about them.
Yep, so make a
Hey.
history check, my dude.
Unfortunately, my history is only +2, so advantage.
You know it's big. You know it's made of iron.
Go.
It was
Just-
spouting some sort of green mist out of its nose, which is
Just
scary.
standing there like, so, Alistair, you said you had a plan.
Grunt would like to draw up another picture showing her feeding like a bowl of soup to the dragon. You get the implication that she's wanting to hunt something to feed the dragon.
I feel
I
like
had
we've.
no idea. All
I feel,
prepped out.
I feel like we got to deal with the thing underground that may destroy the city. You know, because it's all well and good getting some food to bring back, but we'll have nowhere to bring it back to if we just leave that thing down there.
But she looks,
Well-
and she looks back at the dragon, then she looks back at you with puppy dog eyes.
At
Not
this point as well,
impressed.
Merok is awake, seemingly have barely slept, like Elven standard, and had been looking out the windows and just like surveying the entire like town, because you essentially have like a 360 you can see down into the glass from here. Even though there is the small doorway, that one little bit of a doorway, everything else you can see, and it doesn't make sense as to where this position is compared to the tower itself.
Oh god, if the pair of us both probably look like some like shitty anime characters. The pair of us either side of the room, silhouetted against the sunrise, probably got our hair blowing really dramatically.
All you need is just like a giant sword, and you're good to go.
I have two.
I have a new plan,
They're not giant swords.
and this one's better because it's more Alistair.
Mhm.
Right. Merok,
Dartwood.
now I'm assuming that the sewer has some sort of outlet pipe that leads it outside the city towards the swamplands, correct?
It has one to the swampland and one to the sea.
Now, when you say sea, is that like directly into deep water?
That's directly out into the actual. You know how deep the actual reef is from just when you step off. That's about a good 30 feet down. There's several ways out which end up draining out most of it.
Okay, we'll go with the swamp exit then. What I'm suggesting that we do is we set up an ambush for it at the outlet pipe. Me and Grunt will head down into the sewers. We'll gain the attention of one of those floating arcane eye things that called it before. We'll get it to chase us to said outlet pipe, and we take it on outside in the swamp so it can't destroy anything.
Alistair, I have
Yeah.
something that may be slightly. Remember when we were in the sewer, and all those little eyeballs were connected to a little piece of metal
Yeah,
that
the
kind of
box
strung
thing.
them together like a chain?
Yeah.
Well, that chain ran upwards in one section.
It did.
So
Where
wouldn't
to?
it be maybe something up there?
Whereabouts did it lead upwards?
You guys had
I
a feeling
don't know.
it came
ran
out
into the
somewhere.
ceiling.
You had a feeling it came out somewhere in like the mid-tier district, like in regards to housing, that area.
So
And,
The
saying
big
that
Alistair?
lazy area.
you're saying that they're
Alistair, I
connected
want
to
you
a
to make an
building.
Alistair, I
that's
want you to
what
make an
I-
insight
yeah.
check on Merok.
Oh, is
As you were the
Merok
first
a
person.
monstrosity? Oh,
No,
Oh!
I like that one.
Merok is only like half talking to you, half listening. His looking down, his hands currently shaking as he's holding a note, and it is just like a visible. He's contemplating something, and it's something that he doesn't want to do. Clearly, like there's a restraint to him about it, and he just like is gripping it down and just keeps reading over the page and looking down towards the bazaar area and back there.
I'm going to step a little close to him and talk in a slightly quieter tongue and just say, what you got there?
Do you remember you gave something to the blacksmith?
I mean, it's been a long
You need
24
to be more
hours. Like,
specific
it's,
than that.
Long ago, you gave something to him. You gave him a book. He's
Yes.
been working on that book.
Oh.
There is a problem. With the current instability in regards to the planes, there's not a safe way to draw an elemental spirit into what he intends to do. So he's offering himself to do it.
That sounds about like him.
It also sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah. It
Somewhat.
will mean there'll be no way. And he just begins like with his hand, just like small sparkle of energy, and the design of a large iron statue just appears in front, like just about 5 inches tall, as like a small display of it. The ritual to bind anything to a golem is always difficult. He wants to try and put himself into it. He's an old man, battered and bloodied, as he said. There's two dangerous things to this. The person who performs the ritual always has control over the golem and usually has it through a rod. If it's a person who's from this plane, two things occur. You cannot banish that spirit back to its existing plane because it's from here. And two, no one can control it, which is a very dangerous prospect, especially when he has a bit of a hothead on him. Now, he wants to do this. I don't think I have much choice, but the only thing is he needs me to do it, because no one else is going to be able to pull that trick off. And it basically means killing one of my best friends, but giving the city something that will be able to defend it from literally anything save Guan Xi himself. Just think about how many hobgoblin soldiers were in the cities just as kill squads. Imagine one of these stomping towards them. Normal bullets do nothing. And I know Guan Xi doesn't have much adamantite.
If you say it can't be controlled, though, is it going to be worth it?
If we wanted to try and have him as an attack dog or as a do this for us, we have to convince him, like you would any person. He always has good intent in his heart, but I've heard stories about people who have either taken forms in magical trees and turned into forms of treants. People who've taken into stone golems, all these sort of things. And after a while, years, decades, centuries, something tends to go wrong. Just over time. But that happens with anyone.
When this process happens, the piece that's like inside the golem, is it still him?
It's him. It's his consciousness, his soul is kept on the plane. His body will be dead. There'll be nothing to go back to it. I'm torn. Because this is something he wants to work towards. This is something he's always been wanting to work towards since he lost his fucking arm to a Garistro.
If I look out the window, is there any birds or anything out there?
There are flocks of seagulls, and there are, if you look down and around, you do see that a lot of people are currently doing body handling right now. So there are birds of carrion that are like small crows and ravens and such, like pecking away at cadavers that are just getting pushed off and thrown away from that.
I would like to take a bit of my rations, place it on the end of my giant F-off hook, and throw it out the window and start going bird fishing.
Okay, that's not going to work well, but you can keep trying.
I'm guessing
Are you saying
want to do
seagulls
your
won't
ritual
go
thing.
towards the crumbed hook?
Yes, let's go with this thing that's being thrown at our faces. That's going to work. You do it for a few minutes while they're all talking and just nothing. Nothing.
That's all right. Fishing's all about patience.
Fishing's a waiting game. Okay.
I don't think there's any easy answer to this.
Well, I suppose the only other alternatives would be getting our hands on something from the other planes, but I have no idea where we'd even begin looking for something like that.
I do is the problem. But you remember how we had people from all sorts of planes arriving for the festival? The barriers between the worlds is weak right now. And opening the portal to one place for this kind of ritual without, say, a willing participant on the other side, it's not more so a opening to one place. You're tearing open your door and trying to get one thing through while anything else can come through. That's my problem, which means it's safer to use him, but I'm still killing one of my best friends. I don't like that notion.
There's also the problem that using something from the other planes probably won't be happy with us trying to do that to it.
That's why you bind it. That's why you have the rod then to control the golem. The thing is, he's willing to do this. By all intents and purposes, like, it makes sense. But I'm killing my best smith. I'm killing my best friend.
What if we try and kill two birds with one stone?
Explain.
What if we lead this thing in the sewers outside into the swamplands, and we open the portal up there, and have a three-way?
You want to try and summon the beast out of there while I open a portal, pulling the spirit through and binding it to the golem.
Well, we let it beat up whatever that thing is downstairs. They'll wail on each other for a bit while we try and clean up. All we have to do is make sure that the elemental's the last thing alive.
Which I can definitely do. I can definitely hold the creature if you're able to dispatch the other one. But my whole focus is going to be on the elemental. So you're going to have to whittle down the Gorgon by itself, which is never a safe thing to do. Those things can petrify you with a breath.
Leave that to us.
You just don't get too close then.
No, you just make sure you can't get in front of it.
Haha, I see what you're saying.
Okay, well, it's a stupid plan.
Well,
It's almost guaranteed to end in chaos.
it's no stupid than any other plan we've done previously.
I'll get some rope then. Grunt, you ready to do a bit of sprinting?
She looks back and nods. She was clearly bored with the conversation, so she's been bird fishing for a while.
We just see her out the window with ripped curtains.
Shimmer?
Yeah.
It's fighting today.
Of course it's called back yet. I'm
I don't
guessing
know,
not.
put BRB. Yeah.
Yeah, Shimmer just looks over and goes,
That was much of a reaction as I expected. Buckley, you made a wall. Can you make a wall like over the entrance so the thing doesn't run back inside? Don't know how the spell works.
sure.
yeah.
I'm Mr. Buckley, and I can do that, yes.
I have a question. I have my own plan. Well, I want to go see the blacksmith.
Yeah, I suppose.
Funnily enough, that is appropriate in context.
For the first time ever.
Just looks directly at the camera.
If
I go, see the
he was
blacksmith.
here right now, he'd be screwing. No, so are we okay with this plan?
I mean, as you said, it's a stupid plan, but it is honestly actually probably better than a lot of plans we've previously come up with.
It's probably
I
going.
never thought I'd say that, but I agree with you all entirely on that regard.
That's your first mistake, pal. Even I don't trust me.
Yep.
Well, let's take a proud walk down to the shitter then. So whereabouts is this outflow pipe then? I'm guessing it's up by like the shittier end, the lower class city.
Merok spends time with you and shows you. He takes you actually outside. It takes about an hour to get to the actual position. And it is this somewhat large area of the swamp where it's just like this drain that comes out and just like seeps out into the swamp itself. It's more of a funnel inward to try and keep like some river flow, because otherwise it would all just like the water would just mesh up here and just start flooding.
Yeah.
So it's actually like a more passageway through, but it could definitely be used in that way.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, hang on a second.
I'm just gonna sit back and wait for this to go wrong.
I've got the camera on.
I can't believe
Got
we're
writes a
doing
note to
this.
Dell saying, "What are we doing?" Because she wasn't paying attention at all. I assume you explained to her what we're doing.
Yeah, but really poorly. Okay, so the thing that we saw in the sewer yesterday, we're gonna lure it out. We're gonna open some sort of weird hole in the fabric of reality, which I'm sure is perfectly safe. We're gonna bring another creature through that, make the two of them fight. We want the bull thing to die, so we'll like help in killing that. And then the weird element, whatever else comes through, we're gonna try and like bind to a machine metal thing. I'm sure it will absolutely go horrendously, so it'll be fantastic.
I like to imagine while she's saying this, she's drawing something on a notepad, and then she turns it around with a question like this, and is basically drawn out an absolutely intricate, perfectly done blueprint of what we're about to do.
Like a storyboard.
Yeah, I just like snatch it, and I'm just like, just gonna.
Hey, that's it in my skill list that she's a really good drawer.
So confused. You can barely spell.
It's true. She can barely spell.
By God, can the woman sketch?
Are we heading down there?
Alistair, do you want to take a look at this before we go?
No,
It's
thanks,
like a
I've already got it all
perfect,
written nice up
realistic.
there.
As
drawing
you
of
guys
what we saw.
are preparing this, you see now. You guys are all talking. America's gone back into the city, and you guys are preparing to go in as well. And you begin hearing a heated conversation as you do see Merrick and Leocro, the blacksmith, are both actually in a verbal dispute, just like more tucked into like a side alley. But you've been following Merrick, so you know where they are, and they're just disputing between themselves. Listen, I can't do much else. I'm a fucking human. I'm an old enough as it goes. I'm not killing you just because you want to have one last little heroism. And they're just continuing this bickering between each other.
I'm not getting involved in that. Not my problem.
I don't
So
really
we're at the
know.
blacksmith now?
No, this is close to the blacksmiths, and inside the actual blacksmith itself, he does step in. Both of them step in, and Merrick is motioning you guys. You may as well see it.
Right.
And as he does bring you guys in, you see this massive pseudo. Like basically, you go in, and it's one of the closed-up rooms near the forge. There's a lot of hanging chains with a lot of rags and everything, and two small sides that get pulled across, and all the drapes are just lifted off. At the same time, you see what would basically be described as you could nearly fit a giant in the suit of armor. It is just bulk-wise, it's like almost 10-foot shoulder to shoulder and 10-foot high. It's just stocky, with like great seals across it, and it is designed like scale mail and blade. It is this really heavily designed suit of armor that, for lack of a better term, looks like you. Like, Alistair, you recognize the fact that the kind of steel, like the metal is designed from, is the same type as your sword. And it is... You begin realizing he did not craft this out of iron. He crafted this out of... And you hit it, and it's not a ding-ding hollow. It's a bum solid. All the way through. Of iron and adamantite.
Is this thing equipped with a sword and a shield?
You see... There is for lack of a better term, what will be a great sword that would be almost too heavy for you to even lift grunt is just laid off on the side like a massive chopper. It is very well crafted, but it is more of a like, oh dear God, this thing could probably, if you picked this up and dropped it the wrong way, you could probably cut yourself and cut a fucking limb off. And
Righto.
there is a shield which almost goes the full tower length of the body. Like it's almost like a tower. Like it would be the equivalent tower shield for this, with a spiked out exterior, like a curved style to it.
That's cool. I just want the image of what that looked like.
Does it look like it will do siege damage?
This thing looks like it would do siege damage with its fucking head.
Oh god.
Never mind its
Although,
weapons.
now that you mention it, while we're in the blacksmith, Grunt's going to take off her old warhammer and just leave it in a corner.
He looks, don't leave your shit in my fucking smith. Get that out of here. And he grabs it and just flings it back at you.
But she writes a note and says, "This is where the weapons go, isn't it?"
I mean,
Keep your fucking weapons.
I mean, her logic is sound.
while everyone's examining the golem, I'm going to pull Merrick to the side just briefly, and I'm going to say to him, regardless of which path we end up having to take, if you ever need some method of trying to control this thing without the use of whatever rod that it is you've got planned. We snatched something from a creature a while back that had some sort of magic debilitating capabilities. I have no idea if it's still active because the creature's dead, but maybe you can salvage something from it. And I'm going to give him the fiendish eye, the eye of the fiendish cohort.
The fiendish cohort's eye.
Ah.
He takes it from you and looks at it and examines it. My God. And focuses at it for a moment. This could be used for, and he begins like, you could tell he's kind of like thinking of things in his contemplating, like doing a list in his head.
Like the math symbols all flying around him.
Yeah, there's possibly only 3 spells in existence this would not satisfy for a spell component for the reagent of. And
Take you on that one.
yeah, and when I say that, I mean that sincerely, and these are spells that are outside of my capabilities. So, thank you for this. I presume that we could probably get a bit out of this. And you're looking as well. And he glances over at the smith more again, who's currently trying to like lift, because all the armor is linked, and this thing is almost fully solid, and it's probably too heavy for one person to lift. And the smith is trying to like lift it himself, like lift it up and off of the actual
What's he lifting?
hooks. The actual golem itself. He's trying to lift one side of it, and he does get a good tilt on it, but it's like.
Can Grunt come up and help?
You will do yourself in.
Can
Shut
Grunt
up.
assist?
You can. You're going to need to make a strength check for this.
I'm not saying something.
You're late, fuck boy.
I figured that though.
Would it?
We know who dead is.
Would it?
Bong!
Oh.
God damn it.
Would this be athletics?
Fuck.
Here comes
Just
the
make a
cleric.
strength check. Just make a strength check.
I'm so sorry.
You're okay. You're
It's alright,
okay. Funnily
We all
enough, we
died.
did actually go to the blacksmith. So
Yeah, you
welcome
missed
here.
out. We had to go to the blacksmith. We've had a long rest, so you've got all your HP and spells back.
God damn it.
All right, cool.
As you're lifting with him, and Grunt, for the first time you've ever seen someone, especially someone this small, because he's almost like half your height. He's almost lifting as well as you, but struggling still. And Merok just goes, and you just tell like he's murmuring something. Mm-hmm. And you just see this large purple hand appear from behind and also help lift the actual golem like a king's chair almost.
Like, even as strong as Grunt is, I didn't imagine she could lift this on her own, but she wanted to assist.
With him and the Bigby's hand, you're all able to lift it, considering it weighs 3 tons.
Bigby's hand!
You need to remember, this is what would be 500 pounds of a skeleton, which is what normal golems are because they're hollow on the inside. This is solid. With like, and at the front there is just this hole and a large ruby gem that has just been placed inside of it.
Yeah, this thing's denser than a car engine. And bigger.
This thing's denser than a fucking truck. Never
This
mind
thing
a
is denser
fucking-
than Nosdo.
There you
I was
go.
going to go with something like that, but...
I was going to say the engine is usually the heaviest part of the truck anyway, but
This is why
this
I
is like a
have no
solid block
friends.
rather than just an engine block.
Yeah, this is just a solid fucking block. And you all together begin lifting it, and you do take it out to the swamp. So it's only fair to do this.
The old stomping ground.
And at the top right, you should see the beginnings of it.
You really shouldn't be stomping around in the swamp. You might get stuck.
Yeah, you might get stuck.
Good God. Right.
Speaking of which, while we're carrying this thing, how do we go not sinking into the ground?
We have a ranger.
The ranger starts looking at you all and goes, "Hey!" And you are now motivated to not go in the swamp. Because rangers are bullshit, and if it's their favorite terrain, I presume they can just do it anyway.
That's
Thanks
how
to the
rangers
fonts.
work. Hey!
No, I'm not going to argue with it. I just look here on my notes of bullshittery.
What we
It's
didn't know was
basically
the
that
Fonz's favourite terrain was jukeboxes?
Yeah, apparently so. Difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel.
Any way, shape, or form.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna
That's why I was like, he just goes, "Fuck it, follow me."
I'm gonna ask, since we've had a long rest, do the buffs that we got given by
Why would you say that?
Oh no,
Because
I
had
already
to.
said that. They're all gone.
Okay, I'm gonna throw away this post-it note.
And Alistair, your vision of a particular someone goes back to normal.
Yeah, I still need to get to a sort of a calm point to talk about that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, hello, Core. Forgot you were here.
He's actually really good at stealth himself.
I actually got my. I'm not bad. Not saying I can outdo Dell, but I can hold my own.
You'd have to try very hard to outdo Dell.
Well, I've caught Dell before, so
I rolled a 1.
I still caught you.
Just wait a couple more levels, friend.
So, I almost said Roman. Buckley, you were essentially witnessing your dream before you as the blacksmith's magnum opus, a golem designed of adamantite and iron mixed together, is being brought out to the swamp. This plan is that Merok, currently due to the fact that the planes are very vulnerable right now, opening a tether to one plane may open up a tether to many planes. So the idea of summoning the ritual for an elemental to put into the golem might actually risk other areas being opened to come in as well. So Alistair and Grunt are going to be geniuses and lure the Gorgon out of these sewers from this position, try to bring it out here as the portal's opened, get the two to fight. Whatever comes out, fights that. They kill the Gorgon, done, happy days. Merok, however, has to spend his full focus in this battle on the portals and rituals, so he is essentially a non-combatant. However, the blacksmith is in full plate armor and now that you're looking at it and realizing this is plate armor, but these are such large... You thought for a second that these were large sheets of steel and iron or adamantite or whatever it is. These are actually really, really large scales of iron, like actual dragon scales of iron. His entire chest piece is a designed scale in one pattern. And the helmet is also... You're very quickly realizing that his main thing when he was an adventurer was probably dragon slaying. As his sword at the side, Alistair, you look at it and it is clearly a sword, like a slaying sword, similar to how your bow, but yours is of an elven design. His will be of a more human craft, and does have the shield is actually like the spines of a dragon's all around their back and frills and everything, all designed onto the shield. And he has a very large, heavy chain on this small little contraption on the side of his belt as well. As you all just bring the Iron Golem of Duskhaven out and set it up in the swamp.
Anyone else having super strong Caverns of Time flashbacks?
So, where
leave
is
me
the
alone.
exit?
We're going to say, for the sake of brevity and ease on my part, because fuck this shit.
While we're walking, I look for spiders in the trees.
Cool.
That's what we had to
Okay.
fight the last time we were here.
I didn't
No,
know.
that was in
That was in the forest.
Old Fortune. That was
Uh,
in Old Fortune. This is the Swamp of Duskhaven.
Last thing we
Right,
fought here
that
was
big
the
black hole.
Thunderwolf.
Thunderwolf!
Still need to get that cloak looked at. Or the pelt, sorry.
Yeah.
It's on my to-do list. Incidentally, I've got some pieces of treasure here. I've got Warhammer with runes, a shield, plate armor, and 4 unknown potions in my treasure. Which I have no
Alistair,
idea.
now
what-
is not the time.
I'll look at them later.
Yeah, there's that. I don't know what they are. That's just what I've noted down. But one of those items will be useful in my plan.
Just chuck 2 potions at the same time, roll on the mixing a potion table, and hope one of those was a potion of fire giant strength.
His
No,
last,
more like I probably
his
just
last
drink
words
pure
were, what
vinegar.
could possibly go wrong?
That is literally going to be that man's last words. I don't mean his character. I mean fucking Spook.
Oh my god, this plan is so
What do you call this
stupid.
concoction? Dr. Pepper. What's the worst that could happen?
Make a Constitution saving throw as you drink the Bugmans.
Oh.
Oh
It's
god,
nice
I
to have
love.
turnout clippings in it.
Well, there's actually some potions that do have
Some
toenails.
potions do, and it's disgusting.
It's
Ah,
fucking
which is-
hilarious.
Right, is this tunnel into the sewers open or?
It's an open tunnel. It
Open
leads
tunnel.
in, and it is just like it is a slight descent down. Like over time, you realize it is a very long descent, and would probably be exhausting to climb back up.
Well, that's probably how things like this got in the sewers in the first place. May want to put a
So-
grate over this when we're done.
So is it a ramp or just a drop?
It's not a drop. It's water is flowing down it.
Mm-hmm.
There's like say no place to stand on either side of it. It is just like a tunnel, like a pipe essentially. And for lack of a better term, this would be like if you've ever seen like military training where it's one of those extreme challenges. It's like that for you and how you're trying to get through it. It would be a
So we
really-
just send Grunt down there?
Potentially.
Potentially movement speed. Grunt and Buckley? No, Buckley hasn't got movement speed anymore.
Wait a minute, Buckley
I
can
have my
fly.
boots, so
Yes, you can fly.
I mean, this takes all the fun out of the plan I had initially. I had dreams of, having grunts pulling me like Rudolph on my shield.
This isn't
But-
Breath of the Wild.
It could
I mean,
be.
I can put you like
No
that.
offense, the last
Fuck
time,
you,
the last
webcam.
time we tried
Webcam
this,
keeps going out.
God
God damn it!
last time we tried this, I ended up taking a considerable amount of damage.
The less
So,
That's
people we
fine.
send in there is the better. To be
It's fine.
honest.
If you take damage, I can heal that damage this time.
Still not up for that. Okay, Buckley, you head down there, see if you can get the attention of one of those flying eye things, and we'll be up here prepping.
Gotcha. Let me just make sure. Yeah.
What's your movement speed with the boots?
With a dash, 120.
That is perfect.
Pretty fast.
That's the fastest out of all of us.
I don't know. I can go
As-
500 one turn.
As Merrick is casting and beginning to focus, his eyes like light up, and for a moment, like this, almost like dust begins like dropping out of his face, out of his eyes, like stony and clay kind of design, as he just holds the sword at a point, like he basically lifted the sword until he found a point, and he's just like almost snagged it on something, and it's just holding it there.
Shouldn't you get somewhere safer first before you start doing that?
Nope.
Here's him
The
to-
moment that comes out, I'm going to pull this. So, do you want to go do your stupid stuff now? Because apparently he looks like he can't currently see while he's in this effect. As his eyes are glazed over in dust and smoke.
Go to it, Buckley. I'm gonna go hide in a tree. Because I'm a wood elf.
Right.
When
As
you
soon as
say
he
that,
disappears
Grunt
down the
comes
hole,
over, picks you up, and starts carrying you over to the tree.
No, put me down. I
I just
can
throw
climb.
you up there, expecting you to land.
I do land, but that's not the point.
There's like a cat that just takes offense to getting thrown. Hey!
Preparation.
Grunt would like to stand here and just start to sink down into the swamp up to her nostrils and just wait.
Well, you're currently in like the ground, so you'd have to do that over there.
Is that big tree that we're next to?
That's
How
a
long would
big
it take
tree.
us? How long would it take us to cut into that to get it to fall in a certain direction?
That's a big ass tree.
I'm also standing in the big ash tree.
Don't worry, it'll be on the ground soon where it's safer.
Hey, Alistair, here's an idea. How about you stand on the top of the pipe? Because
That's a good point, actually.
Because when it comes out, you've got a prime target to jump on, which I know you love
Oh.
doing.
She's speaking my language. I'm going to wait there, and I'm going to take the ready to pounce on a giant creature and ride it like a motherfucker action.
The Alistair Dartwood action, yes.
Yes.
Before I go in, I touch myself and give me death
You do
word.
what now?
I beg your pardon?
One last one, just before death. I like the way you think, Nerwin.
No, touch my
You even-
chest, you
Oof.
fucking perverts.
You did just
Phrasing
say,
is important.
I touch myself. So
Yes,
And we-
as in
and
touch.
go,
Whatever. Anyway, I
I
touch my
Look back at-
chest
I turn
and
back
give
and look at the
myself
blacksmith
death
and
word.
go,
You fucking.
Yeah, no,
People.
I knew you were
God
gonna do
damn.
that, man. You're okay. You're okay.
I look back at the
We're
blacksmith.
children.
I don't want anybody else. When I think about you, I touch myself.
The blacksmith just keeps thinking, I should just kill myself now.
A life
There's-
in a giant iron suit could be good. I could crush him with my balls.
There aren't ball bearings between his legs.
I like to imagine the giant.
This is
brass
like Transformers
contraptions.
2, where it's like, I am currently positioned at an enemy scrotum.
I like to imagine everything else is adamantine, alloy, and whatever, and he's just got giant brass balls in between his legs.
He does not.
I'm sitting
like
in
a
this tree
wrecking ball.
thinking, I could just live in this tree. I could just stay here and not worry.
Then you'd be a ranger, like me. Multi-class.
We can arrange her that.
Wood elf, bitch.
And I guess looking around, going, okay, I guess everybody's ready. And
Shimmer, you
You
may
throw
want to
yourself in?
hide.
Just
Runt's
thought of
already
something.
hiding. She's sunken into the swamp. She must look like a swamp creature at the moment.
One
As
of
if
you
she
do
doesn't
does,
normally.
one of you do look over and just see essentially the equivalent of like a crocodile grunt, where it's just the nose is just out of the water, and it's just that part of the face.
There's bits of
Just-
weed in her hair.
Yeah.
As long as the water level of the swamp doesn't start decreasing, I think we're okay.
Yeah,
I can fix that.
God damn it.
A few
Can't
bubbles
fuck
pop
with
up.
my
Don't drink
It's
swamp
just a swamp
water.
gas, I swear.
Okay, so I need to do this now.
Dun,
Oh,
dun,
God.
dun.
Do.
Okay. So we did find out though it was a Gorgon under the.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
name Gorgon was said.
Okay, so Narrowin, I'm going to load you in.
What's that circle?
Where?
What circle?
Which circle?
In the
That's
top
the
left.
Gorgon.
Doesn't look like the Gorgon image that there was last time. I'm pretty sure it was bigger than
That one?
Yeah.
That's, you need to remember, it was running in the corridors and it was like scraping across the sides of the corridor. That's as big as I could get it. I think
Oh,
it was more
okay.
like, maybe more like that.
That's
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yes. Yeah, that's it. Okay,
That's how
that,
big it is.
So I'm
yeah.
gonna put this over
It was
here now.
fucking enormous, and we were like, yeah, no.
Ah, run away.
So Buckley, uh,
Wherever you are.
Just don't stealth it like you did in friggin' Splinter Cell Conviction.
Well, technically,
Enemies,
we don't want you to stuff. We wanted
allies.
to draw attention.
Buckley, you are there, my friend. Anyone who's looking, he is down here, bottom
see.
left.
Someone play the Pac-Man music.
Waka 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 waka.
Music?
Buckley,
Did you
as you
play
enter
original?
down, you remember the disgusting smell of this place. Ah, so erotic, aromatic. Down here
Erotic?
is
That's the
basically
wrong
caved
word.
in. Shut up. This is all caved
he
in
already
here.
touched himself.
You can step over here, like across this area here, onto the area before.
I believe you mean fly.
Yeah, you're basically gonna fly around this place like fucking Sonic.
It's gonna be basically just like Superman flying, just.
Okay, so what are you gonna do to draw attention to yourself as you fly down the
All the
sewers?
rolls that we've had in
Right.
this campaign. That fucking natty 100. Fucking natty 100. Change this entire game.
I
Shut up.
shall. Yeah, so basically,
Oh shit, I forgot to factor in the fact that we're letting Nerwin do thinking.
uh,
Oh
Yeah, that
god.
sounds about right.
I will actually look around first. Is there like any?
The area that was barricaded off before, like this heavy blocked off area that you wouldn't be able to really pass over. And you remember being on the other side of that, so that's giving you a bearings of where you are right now.
Cool.
The whole reason that was blocked off is because there was a turret behind it, wasn't it?
Not that part. That part
no.
was looked like
This
it had
is
been
this
collapsed.
area. This is this area.
Yeah.
You fabricated a rock across this area to stop
Ah.
that turret that got very sad. It was like, "Pew!
Are you still there?
Are you still there?" Yeah, when every
Oh.
now and again, as in the quiet, you just hear, "I don't hate you, no hard feelings."
Are you still there?
All right. I shall move down this way.
All right, would you like to make stealth checks, or are you loud and proud? Actually, make me a perception check as you're traveling.
Glue yourself to the ceiling and slide like a slug.
Spider climb.
Perception. That is a
Okay.
22.
You immediately start getting the smell of ratmen from where you are. And you hear like chittering and sounds of noises coming up from around this area. But you also do hear very loud. Actually, you do hear, and then you immediately begin spelling extreme burning. And you begin hearing screams and squelches of pain. As you're basically hearing the sound of something constantly sizzling and burning. And it's just like constant screams of pain. You even hear like larger beats just bzzz, 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 bzzz. It's like constant burning sound that hits against the stonework, and every time you hear that, it's just like the slicing sound through the actual creatures and scream.
Huh. I will, instead of just flying, as a normal person would, in a straight line, closer.
Sorry, say that sentence one more time.
I beg your pardon.
Instead of flying
Kirak
as
is
a
not a normal
normal
person.
person would.
Kirak is most definitely not a normal person.
She's not
Well,
even a normal
Ba-
bird.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is I'm basically going to stick to the roof and basically flying prone. Basically, just
You're crawling upside down,
Upside down,
on the
yeah.
ceiling.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah.
That's the,
I mean, no one's gonna
that's the
expect it.
tonight. That's the meme of tonight. I'm not gonna fly like a normal person would fly.
This plan is already going great.
Roman,
I
you're
prefer thinking
basically,
flapping like that.
to give you an idea, Roman, you currently, Roman,
Okay.
Buckley, you just hear the sounds of like steam's evaporating up, and as you look and you see like a Skaven that's like looking further down to the right of where you currently are, like not where you are, but say down the hallway from your perspective, and just like screeches out, and you see like 2 or 3 others try to scamper over him, and there's just this beam that just goes through them, and they're all immediately turned to ash.
Ooh. Right. This is great.
And you begin hearing, you hear a small voice that just like echo. It's echoing out due to the weirdness of it.
Still there?
Inferior design has now lost its purpose. And
I'll show you inferior.
you just hear footfalls, and then more like sounds of sizzling and screeching, and it's just like heavy footfalls of like steel. The sound of a staff clacking against the ground as well.
I feel like I already got an idea of what's happening. Basically, the Gorgon and his master are going around the sewers, killing the Skaven and other creatures because he wants the perfection that the Gorgon is, I guess, and basically showing off the
Sure,
power
you can think that.
or something. Who knows?
Seems logical.
You look down this way, as you basically like you're poking your head through as whatever it is clearly focused, and you just see like this long red and like black outlined cloak that is just like in the like motion of from this perspective is basically just like motion as if it's moving up this way, and here you're just seeing like still bodies that are just like all just crumpling now and turning to dust. And eventually you just hear Mr. Calabar, what are you doing here?
I immediately regret this decision!
Been so long since last time you defied my master. All those years ago. Back up. In the lands you come from, you are called a hero for what you did to my master's servants. For what you did to... And the voice begins to be very familiar to you, Buckley. Because you're beginning to put it together, like the tone of voice, like it is very like under a metal like cast or something, like a helmet, and you're just like hearing like muffled sounds of it. And as you're moving, you're not stealthy.
Oh yeah, totally.
You've never been stealthy.
Especially not stealthy now.
Yeah, I mean, plus, I mean, with I'm a cleric, just wearing chainmail. You know,
ching ching ching
Flying.
ching ching.
Flying.
yeah,
You remember what essentially you always believed is the reason you were being hunted by Guan Chi's forces for so long when you were younger, was because you defied him and his servants that were essentially trying to do some sort of ritual. You interrupted the ritual, causing many of the casters involved, just by sheer luck more than anything else,
yeah.
with a group of people who were helping you. You managed to cause the ritual to malfunction, and you watched as everyone that was at the ritual who were trying to like perform this kind of like actually using magic to control and move metal as a liquid. It just exploded and just began searing all of them. And one of them was like the elder person who swore to get back at you, and you had encountered him 2 or 3 times before. And the voice is very familiar to him. Now then, little Buckley, where are you? And you
Turn
just
to
hear
Dell outside and I go, did we tell
Boom.
Buckley what the safe word was?
boom,
We have a safe word?
boom.
I like to imagine while outside, Grunt's been sitting in that swamp for a while, and suddenly you just hear a and then a crocodile gets chucked out, and it's laying on its back going, "Oh God, why?"
Grunt,
I'm
put
pretty
that
sure
back!
the safe word is something along the lines of screaming very loudly.
Grunt, put that back. It might be diseased or something.
I'll go over here a little bit, and like, well, actually, probably have to go.
Tread very carefully at this point.
Yeah. Probably like that. Would I be able to see like over in this area at all?
You can, yeah. You basically like peek a glance through, and you currently don't see anything there. But you do recognize that was the area where you fought the abomination before. That area up there.
I'm gonna cast light in that over there in that corner.
Oh.
As you cast a spell, someone just got the joke.
No, I got it a while ago. I just didn't want to interrupt.
As you cast the spell, you
Oh
begin
shit! Is it touch?
you begin focusing your energy. Well, we'll say you were focusing your energy trying to like throw something out, and as you were doing it, you just feel the magic of the spell just dissipate.
Huh.
As you are countered.
Glad I fucking gave myself death word before I came in.
You just hear, there you are. And you just hear what very much sounds like under it. And the stone wall that would be, say, about 10, 15 feet behind him, this area, immediately breaks. And I'd like you to roll initiative.
Yep.
Run.
He's got his own thing yonder.
Run!
Let me have my Yondos. Yondos are amazing.
Actually, re-roll that again. There we go.
Got there eventually.
Hey. I mean, that works. You know, just 2 20s for initiative. Because
I'm Batman's
That's fucked.
fucking Bane, y'all!
What Buckley didn't realize was this particular creature had a movement speed of 300 feet.
Don't fucking tempt me, boy. Right, you rolled that. Okay, so
I would like to invoke America's in serpentine technique.
you do go first.
Oh, good.
Run.
You know, I'll let you finish, but yeah, bye.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
120 movement speed, just is nice.
Okay. So now it's going to be the mage's turn. And he's going to bust out his ninth.
I beg your
Sorry.
pardon.
Bye-bye, Buckley.
Who did you piss off?
Somebody very powerful, apparently. Ooh.
Okay, so with that, Buckley, you didn't hear them move. No passage of time
God
seemed to occur. No passage of time seemed to have occurred for you.
Oh, no.
Oh!
You
no!
look. Aha! I've managed to avoid them. That's so adorable when you think you tried.
Oh, shit.
As the staff gets pointed straight at you. What does he want to use on you now? Let's see. You know, I need battle music for.
I think you just
Hey,
got
time stop is
stopped.
out.
I
Run.
think it just got time
Yeah.
stopped.
Yeah,
And
that-
B,
that
I've
is
just realised
exactly-
that this plan can't possibly work because this creature can't actually fit through the pipes.
I don't think that's a problem.
That's definitely not the problem here.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's alright. I just was
hang
saying
on. I need to
Buckley's
make
dying
sure
in vain.
he's. Let's see. Yeah, he's whispering rolls. Excellent. 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 Buckley, Calabari.
Yep.
I would like you to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh no, there's only one spell that uses intelligence.
I
I
don't
didn't
think I
want to
made
say
it.
this earlier, but it's like, Alistair suggests splitting the party so we can go play with a bull. This has never ended badly before.
Why did we let him go alone?
Buckley, your intelligence and your charisma are now brought to 1
No!
as Feeble Mind hits you.
Fuck!
You are aware of the following. Your friends are at the top of this pipe. You just think, run, run, run. You know he's bad, and you know that's a monster next to you. So on your turn, you will be thinking, oh god. By the way, that time stop was only 2 turns. Think of the prep he'd been able to do if he got any higher. He basically was able to do his full movement and then do an attack on his last turn of it.
Oh.
Now, the Gorgon gets to go. You guys let one person go down there
Wait, how
Yeah,
come the
Alistair.
Gorgon got to move?
because
Time stop.
you can
He was
choose an
time
ally.
stopped.
Really?
An ally.
It's a 9th level spell.
Allow me to. It's a 9th
Yeah.
level spell. Firstly,
Oh, good
secondly, I
God.
will happily read it to you
No.
because
It's
it's only
fine.
fair.
It's
I'll
got a
look it
very
up later.
short description.
I feel
You
like
briefly
Alistair
stop-
died from this
you-
before.
Briefly stop the flow of time for everyone but yourself and several creatures of your choice.
I can attack, but
Yeah, you basically can't attack anything. The moment you cast a spell that would harm something,
Oh,
that
actually,
work.
I would have used my full movement. I didn't realize. I thought I had used 120. Shit.
you move
Okay.
95.
Yeah.
You would have just
apparently.
gotten. Basically, you'd be like halfway up the tunnel, like say maybe a quarter of the way up the tunnel now, and he would have been able to get to there. He was basically just in a position where he could just gloat at you.
Okay.
Because no matter what, he has 2 turns, so that's 2 full dashes to get to you and then
Right.
cast a spell.
Okay.
So, at present, you just watch as like this little face mask he has. Like you're looking back at him confused. You just see like the face where this like glowing red energy is coming off from the sides and from the eyes. All just goes ironed over. Breathe in deeply, my little foolish friend. As you watch as the Gorgon, just from its nostrils, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, you succeed.
Oh, good. Also, Am I still able to use
So you are not
spells?
paralyzed. You cannot use any spells.
Fuck.
You are currently aware to move up that way. So you are able to dash fully, and at current, guys, you can hear a commotion coming from below, and you hear a voice from down below in the sewers. That doesn't sound right. And as you do, Alistair, you just like literally lower your head down, looking through the tunnel, and you see a Buckley who looks confused and terrified. He's kind of trying to scrabble his way up. As you see this large bull, now like point blank to it, and right next to the bull, you see this like iron-cladded mage.
Buckley, you can fly!
Stick to the plan, damn it!
Make an insight check. Alistair.
Grunt is comparatively a rocket surgeon now.
You looking at Buckley,
Yeah.
you don't know
Exactly.
what it is, but something's very wrong. He's scared. He's not using any of his spells. He's just trying to run and just scramble away, more like a wild animal that just trying to use the flight, not the fight.
Okay. Can I do anything?
You can roll initiative.
Ooh, I get advantage on them.
I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Sorry to say, Das, I have to roll twice because there's no advantage for initiative that I'm
That's
aware
fine.
of.
That's fine.
Yeah. Also, we can't click on our tokens to put it on the advantage board currently.
That's fine.
21.
Right. So I'm basically I'll just let Alistair do it for now. Just let Alistair do it for now. So Alistair, what would you like to do now that you're aware of this?
If I'm seeing that something's clearly not right, I want to kind of flip from the top of the tunnel down onto the ground.
This
that I'm
is
orientated
a
the right way.
60-foot tunnel, by the way, to let you know, like down to it.
It's a what, sorry?
He's basically like 15 foot up it, and the tunnel is like 60 foot. So for him to get up to you, it's going to take 45 movement. As you just see this massive gout of green mist, like this out towards you, and you see like two small rats who are trying to scramble up next to him, immediately are just turned to stone in place and collapse down to the ground.
Shit. I'm going to shout, Grunt, get out of the water, give us a hand, and I'm going to throw out the 50-foot rope I've got just down towards Buckley and just start pulling.
Okay,
When he
Buckley,
says that,
even
I'm obviously going to go on my initiative.
yeah, you roll your initiative as well, and I'll presume you're going to re-raging or some nonsense. Advantage.
Don't breathe in until you get
Alistair?
your head out of the water.
Alistair, you are not sorry, Alistair, but Buckley, you are aware. Grab rope, friend up there. Get to friend. You're able to understand the simple stuff. You have advantage if you're raging.
I
Which,
do.
Jesus Christ, all three of you. Okay, so you're running up next to him. Buckley will say you go first because you were here first. What do? You see the rope there. You're panicking. Or what? You grab the rope. You begin trying to. You're just pulling yourself out of it because it's currently everything is slick. You're trying to claw your way up and you're struggling. You're not able to get purchased with your foot. So you're grabbing the rope because it's the one thing that's kind of sturdy. Alistair, he's a big man. You would just very quickly almost get pulled in yourself.
Also, I'm using my hand axe, basically trying to
That's too intelligent.
do it. Okay.
You've
You
got
have an
one.
intelligence of
You're like
one.
a retard
Right.
at this point.
No, you're not even a that is not even a term you can use for that. You are all but in a vegetative state.
Gotcha. Okay. I got you. All right.
You
Barely smart enough to remember to breathe.
literally you have to. I would have almost had to have said that. If not, it'll be the most bastard thing to do.
You're basically
So,
done
you're
with a box of rocks.
You were just pulling yourself up, so you're able to like use your full dash to get up there. And as you get to the top, and Grunt and him has pulled you out, you were just wide-eyed, wild, confused, scared. As you're almost pushing past them, trying to run past them. And I want all three of you to immediately make for me. Let's see what kind of saving throw he would like to throw at you. What would be fun? him? Oh, that would be fun. He just points the staff up. And I would like a dexterity saving throw from Grunt.
Did I
Buckley.
see him do this?
From down below. Yeah, as he's just pointing the staff up.
I get danger sense, which means I get advantage on dexterity saving throws from effects that I can see, including spells.
Fine. but this is going to be just you watch this. It's like crackling thunder, like this small cloud just appears and starts wrapping around you all. Ooh, that's not good. That's definitely a fail.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck!
Oh my god.
Bye, guys.
You're okay, because you're Alistair fucking Dartwood.
Shit!
But the other two, Alistair, you take 26 points of fire damage. Buckley and Grunt, you take 52 points of fire damage as he uses Incendiary Cloud. And currently...
Was it raging?
No. Oh, sorry, Bertone. Yes.
Bertone.
Yes.
So I take 26?
You take 26, yes. Currently,
Wait,
the area...
I have a resistance to fire as a forge domain cleric.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so you take
Could've got
26.
Much worse.
That came to the front of my head, just like fire resistance, fire resistance. Ah!
I'm glad
Why do I
you
have
remembered.
fire resistance? Give me a reason quickly!
Glad you
So
remembered.
currently, you watch the staff that just pointed out towards you all, and just this swirl of burning hot coals just like in the back of your throats, and you're as 20 feet around you all, and now at the top of the entranceway, it's just now just entirely like encircled by the heavy like smoke. It's a 20-foot sphere, and the cloud spreads around corners, heavily obscured areas. That's for the duration or until a wind of great speed moves it. And while the cloud is there, everyone takes the damage rolls. The creature must also make a saving throw the first time it enters the spell, the first time on its turn, or the first time it's there. So when it comes to your initiatives next, you're all going to be making a save because you're all point blank in the center of it. Crap. Yeah.
I take notes.
You're like, ooh, I like
Ooh,
this.
that looks
Pretty.
cool.
Intriguing.
So I'm going to move you all back over to the swamp map. As you just hear again another high-pitched whistle, as I'm now going to move Grunt over here. So this is basically where you all are. And Blue, do you remember how you were always a star and would help me out with those lovely circles?
Team Circle. How big is this circle?
20-foot radius.
And where's it starting from?
Point blank on Alistair's head.
Okay. So there's 20 foot there. 20 foot
I got that.
I wouldn't dispute that. As we have recently found out, I am the smallest member of this group.
there. You are now.
I demand a perception check to see if he can see the top of my head. Oh god, that is right on top of me. Fuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, map. The map of the land.
This is the part that sucks, guys. It really, really does. Where the fuck's Grunt gone?
I don't know.
I don't know, she's... should be at the pipe, I assume?
I was there, but then the circle just covered me, so... And I said the map moved, but yeah.
At this point, should we on the surface roll initiative?
Yes.
Well, I can't click on me anyway, so...
Alright,
There you are.
that'll work.
For some reason, you were on the map layer. I got you. Yeah. Lads, we're just gonna say it's there because at present it's that weird thing where the radius is kind of be difficult.
Right.
Okay,
Yep,
so
got
Alistair, you were already on the initiative order, so go back to the 21.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, here you go.
I'm gonna say as well that you guys are going to all roll initiative, but he's now gone, so now it's gonna be the Gorgon after him before anyone else goes.
Okay.
Okay.
You're still fine, Buckley. You were at the top of the initiative anyway, so I'll get rid of that last. Because that battle is still going on. This is still the same initiative.
Yes.
So.
Oh, well, I was re-rolling because my thing wasn't on the actual board for me.
No, I see you. You're there. You're good. That's those two. Let's see. Leo Crow is to make his. I literally just named him Desert. It's fucking easier. We all know who he is. Call a spade, guys. You all know who it is. It's your boy.
It's your boy.
It's your angry old man.
Sure will. You do what you want.
That natural 20. Holy shit.
That is
You
natural
gotta
20.
show me the fuck up, don't you? You son of a fucking bitch.
And that's what does as well, so it's like I'm metagaming him. Okay, so
So I guess I'm just gonna be running
Is that
back
everyone?
to town and grabbing the big dragon that I know of. Because, like,
you don't even think to do that. You're just running towards your friends right now.
I
You're
only
just
see
thinking,
5
"That's
people in
my
the
game."
turn order, but as long as you
Yeah.
can see them, that's fine.
I don't see.
Let's see. Shimmer.
I don't see.
Yeah, I don't see Buckley or our mage.
maybe
I
Merrick
see.
would be a
I see
non-crit.
Merrick's not doing it because he's currently focusing on the spell.
I rolled a 19.
I can see.
Yeah,
Shimmer.
you're a 19. I see.
Yeah, I can see
I'm gonna
Shimmer.
let you guys know. I see Leon Crow, Alistair, Buckley, Grunt, Shimmer, and Damar. I
Yeah,
see all of the
don't see
players.
Buckley, but
Okay.
it's fine.
Fair
Doesn't
enough.
matter.
Right. So
God damn it.
Buckley, stop doing that. I see you. You're fine. Stop it.
But-
No, he does not get the petrifying blast back,
Good.
but he does immediately erupt out. So he is going to just appear essentially here. And as he's basically charging out, the pipes are now just destroyed as it's bursting out. And because it's moving like that, it's going to make its gore attack on you, Alistair, because of where you are, point blank in front of it.
Sentinel means I get to attack him. Normally I wouldn't be in range, but now I have a throwing weapon.
Melee attack.
Opportunity attack to melee.
Fuck off.
Oh,
What's your AC?
boss.
Probably not high enough.
Totes had my shield out, didn't I?
When you're using both hands to pull your friend up?
I believe my AC is 19 with just my armor.
Well, that's a 21 to hit, and so you take 22 points of piercing damage as you are on one horn now. Gored up, lifted up into the air as you are now thrown back to here. And the Gorgon is now going to just start stomping on top of you. And is going to do a push attack with its gore on. It's actually going to use this horn to try and slam Grunt away. What's your AC, Grunt?
Currently it's 19.
So you take no damage, but you are now pushed 10 feet back to here. It just slams you, and you're just taken up by the immediate momentum of it with the other horn, and it throws you.
I don't have a saving throw against that?
No, it's a push attack.
Okay.
Instead of doing damage with the roll, it just throws its horn to do that. Alistair, you're now
Okay.
on the ground. Oh, sorry. Make a strength saving throw to see if you are prone or not.
Me?
Alistair,
Okay.
you were just thrown back just by sheer momentum, but you catch
Nope.
yourself.
Oh.
You
my
are
ass.
on your keister. You are on your keister, Meester, and
On
so
my
this
ass.
hoof attack has advantage on you, and that's another 21. That's an 11 and a 21 to hit,
Shit.
and that's 15 points of bludgeoning damage from the Gorgon. As the
Cool.
Gorgon bursts up, and there's just like this constant smoke, you watch as the actual cloud itself dissipates around the Gorgon, just like so its entire space. It literally is if it's just filling around it, so it's not touching it. So it's not taking
he's
any.
one of them assholes.
He's a wizard.
Yep, and he's a wizard of evocation, meaning he has spell shape
Oh no.
or spell skull. So
Yeah.
his ally can just go fuck it.
Ah!
Ouch.
Yeah. So that's its turn. Merok sees this. Yes! Fish! Opens
dear.
up the portal
No. No.
and begins
Kill
casting
this-
a spell through. And
Who's stupid?
guys!
Idea
Alistair!
Alistair, you don't have a lot of luck with these sort of bull things, do you?
1d6. Let's see what plane comes out first. Nope.
I don't
that's
like the
not
way you
one
said
want.
first. I don't like the way you said
First.
first. No, that's not the way you said first. I don't like the way you said first.
That's not the first line. As you just see this plane of fire just open up. Ah, no, I needed the earth one. Oh. As Merok immediately casts Misty Step, going back to here,
Oh god.
while still focusing on the spell. The portal now ruptures open wider as you see two big hands just begin pulling itself through. And this is what I love about having this. You can just go, you know what? This is going to involve the planes, bitches.
Oh god, I'm so
I will
glad that we
see.
haven't got our cleric.
I wish I had rolled higher on my fucking intelligence,
So
but
do
no.
I. But you would have.
Apparently, I'm just a fucking idiot.
You just watch as this massive black hand just pulls itself out, this massive mane of red fiery hair, and a great sword and plate armor as this weird, confused fire giant is now thrown out.
Yeah, I think I met that guy from Thunder.
Just looks around you. I get to roll its initiative. It's a 14.
Oh shit.
Plus-
And
Minus one.
Pathetic and not a vulnerable target.
Minus one, so it goes on 13 now. So
Just
now
so-
we're back to the top of the initiative.
just so I can be clear, Gas, praying would be too smart, right?
Yeah. You need to
God
be able
damn
to,
it!
you need to be able to have your entire mind is numb. You're not able to think.
What sucks is you're the
so-
one person in the party that
that's
could
not
remove
true.
it.
I know.
Wisdom is
You
still
look up
intact.
you watch as Leocro looks up at the fire giant with this big fucking grin on his face. I haven't hit something in months. As he just like takes out that thing at the side of him, fires it up. Roll to see if that hits. It has essentially the equivalent stats of a light crossbow. And you watch as it hits off the plate armor but doesn't actually connect to it. Alright, fuck it. Reaches over for takes out the greatsword, dropping down the little hand thing, which is like this barbed hook, or like this barbed like harpoon top at the end of a thing, and is fired out. The chain was swirling out at it. He just drops it down, pulls out a greatsword. Nah, fuck it, and leaps towards the actual fire giant, screaming bloody murder, as his eyes go bright red with just this sheer delight. And he's going to make 2 attacks. No, he gets 3 attacks. 27. 25. He doesn't have advantage, otherwise that'd be a nat 20, but that's a 28.
Ooh.
Now he's going to action surge, because a fire
Okay.
giant showed up, and he really wants to hit it. That's a 22.
Going out guns
That's a miss.
blazing.
Of course he is. Okay, so the last 2 attacks miss, but that's 4 attacks that hit. So... Doop, 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 doop. So that is... Why is it rolling?
But yeah, I don't think a bump on the head's gonna fix this one.
Nah, my friend. Okay, so, and it does that bonus damage because he currently has more than half his health. Excellent. So he's just yelling out with bloody vigor as he's swinging it up and carving into this thing. He deals 18. He deals 18 again, 36. 13 on top of that. 36 goes to 49. Plus 16. 49 to 16 is 5, 65. 5 again, 73 points of damage.
That'll do.
Gets most things maybe, not a fire giant. And Merrick just now looks, shit. Right, we'll dispose of this one and then we'll focus on the ritual again.
I look over at him and I go, do it again, but better this time!
You do not get to talk to me about knowing how to use magic. Alistair Darkwood, Hunter Extraordinaire.
I don't have a
Uh.
comeback.
Oh, start of your turn. Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, great. Oh, thank God.
That succeeds again, so we're gonna keep the... I don't roll the damage again, so you just take that damage again, so it's another 26.
Okay. I'm unconscious.
Oh,
Fuck. No, you know what? Hang
That-
on.
that-
I'm gonna read the rule just in case it says you roll at the start, because that's... Otherwise,
not
that's
good.
a big bag of dicks.
that's not good at all.
Okay, you need to do it. It's basically every time it's your turn, I just hit the button again. So you succeeded. So that's 45 total, halved to 22.
Cool. I'm unconscious.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, to be
Shit.
fair, did try to make it so at least I'm doing it by the rules.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Alistair.
Saving throw right now.
Nope.
Do you have that cloak on? Did you attune to that?
What cloak?
Or the not the cloak, but the armor that you got off the lightning wolf?
No, the only armor I've got on is the bullet armor.
Yeah, you didn't throw on the cloak or anything. No, the mantle.
No, I was gonna get it looked at.
Yeah,
Fuck.
he wanted
Alright.
to get it identified.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so and the one person who could probably help you is at the bottom of the initiative.
Yep.
Okay, so Buckley, dexterity saving throw, as you are in the incendiary cloud.
Fuck!
Oh god damn.
Right, I have to roll the damage again. Where am I at? Where did I put his fucking... Did I throw away the sheet? I'm back out. Yeah, guys, they didn't know that this was what was going to happen if this occurred out here, so... That's a total of 57 fire damage, so even half of that is 23. What do you like, Buckley?
Big tits and whiskey, I think.
That's
Alright, I'm good.
really?
Would you like to run?
I would like to grab my friend and then run.
Okay, you pick him up and you run, but you're gonna use your movement. You just see him hurt. Friend hurt, no! Grab and try to like get him away, because this bad place, hurt place, don't want to be here. Big mean thing. So you grab him and you're just gonna move entirely.
I didn't know it goes that far. It's more like fire bad.
So as you move, it's gonna make a attack to attempt to with its hoof. It's just gonna like swing out the hoof to bat you, because it's actually almost like a real bludgeoning weapon in itself. But that's a 14 to hit, so that does not hit you.
Oh thank fuck.
I will say though, it's your action to lift him and move. So it's your action to do all that. So you're not able to dash or anything. So where you'd like to move to?
Yeah, guess.
As you're just doing that, Merrick looks over to you. What are you doing? Heal him!
Where's the blacksmith?
You do see Leon Crow currently hanging out of a fire giant. I'm over here!
Does feeble
Merrick
mind
looks
affect
over
wisdom?
to...
Does
no,
feeble
it
mind
doesn't.
affect wisdom?
It doesn't, but you're unable to cast spells because you've got the intelligence of fucking rock.
But his spells are wisdom based.
No, that's
Yeah.
still
Yeah,
how
but
the
even
spell. That's
so-
still how the spell works. You can't cast spells.
Oh, fair enough.
Merrick uses like a quick arcana check, like focuses that Buckley. Oh my god, he was feeble-minded.
He was what?
Okay, you know how Buckley does stupid shit sometimes? Now he's pretty much as dumb as the tree you're on. He's not going to be able to heal anything until I get my hands on him.
Oh
Actually, I'm
crap.
pretty sure trees have a higher int than 1.
They don't have a brain. Fuck off.
I know.
My delightful friend, suck my dick and do a dexterity saving throw.
I still get advantage because I can still see the fire all around me.
Yeah.
All around me are the burning faces.
Of all my friends. Well, you take half damage, so that would be 22.
Then half again because of...
No, you didn't succeed the dex saving throw.
Oh, okay, so 22.
You did not succeed on an 11. Or
14.
Or 14. Not a
Damn.
hoe.
Wait, what was it, 27?
You take 22. 22 points. of
22,
damage.
sorry.
Fucking brick of a thing over there. Guess the fire giant got fucked up. Shimmer.
Hey, I haven't even attacked or anything yet.
Oh
Okay.
shit! I'm like, you got hit! I'm used to you guys, I've actually just gone, you dropped. Oh shit, wait.
Okay, so I move a bit out of the fire. Can I see this thing in this giant cinder cloud?
Yes, you can. And you're aware that currently, like, everything's crackling around it, but it's not getting hurt. But you are very much aware, ooh, a big fire giant. You could try
And I
to
am a-
recklessly throw that.
No, it wouldn't have been reckless. That's not Grunt style. But she only gets one when it's a ranged attack, doesn't she?
No, you can throw that out, but you'd have to like try to retrieve it yourself. It doesn't immediately come back to you.
That's what I
So-
mean. So I don't get 2 attacks. So it's
You'd have to
that's
pull it back. You
Yeah.
could probably throw like your javelin or something if you wanted to as your other action. If you just wanted to throw that as well, if you wanted to just say fuck the chaining and throw.
Well, it'd still touch my arm either way. But yeah, fuck it. I'll chuck.
Okay,
I'll
this thing
even-
has to
I'll
make a
even say-
dexter.
I'll even say the word. Which
Wait,
means
You just shout out, help!
I thought you didn't have that.
No,
No, we
yes.
got
what?
it back.
Oh, did we? Okay.
That's a 5. So the piercing damage is you strike into it, and that definitely does hit with hell. So that's a total of 26 points. Nice.
Yeah, no, I'm totally glad I came to play D&D today. You know, finally woke up and everything.
I woke up dead.
Oh god.
That's
No,
a nice
I woke
chunk of
up.
damage out of the Gorgon. You basically just
Yeah.
threw that at it, and you watch as one of the horns, you just strike it, and the javelin bounces off for a moment as the lightning begins to condense around it, drawing away from the actual kill cloud, and it strikes into it, blowing off one of the horns as it rears back, screaming out. Shimmer.
Is it now sticking
Oh,
out
sorry,
of its
Grunt,
forehead?
any
So
movement?
now it's a
No,
unicorn.
the lightning bolt is now, and now it's javelin again in the basically like there's a mound of earth above the pipework, so it's in there. So it's just there. Any movement you want to do?
Yeah, I already moved a bit just to get out of the fire.
Want to do
But,
it more?
I might actually move around here.
Okay. You're very near the portal right now. I'm going to let you guys know. For the sake of brevity, I'm just going to draw the portal. Let's see. Draw the portal. I'm just going to do it with this coloring. That's the portal currently.
Good. I kind of want to be between him, it, and the portal anyway. Being like, come on, this way. Because that was the original
No.
plan.
Ah.
This way. Toro!
Grunt the matador.
Okay, so that's Shimmer. Shimmer, you're up. There's a fire giant.
Yes, there is, but I don't care.
Yeah, because it's fire, and you look at it and go, "Nah, man.
No.
Any other giant would do. Any other giant would do. Gotta be that giant.
Pretty
Gotta be that giant."
So I am going to immolate the big metal thing.
Ooh, immolation.
Immolation!
Dexterity saving throw. That's a natural one.
Yes.
That's 26 points of damage, my friend. Out towards it. You just throw it out, and it's just this like swirl. You actually take parts of the actual cloud kill, and you just grab it up with your arcane focus as you're drawing it through, and you just slam it into it, and it's now the entire thing is just burning. This like immense heat is now erupting out of it. It's just screaming out, stomping around. That's 2 very nice attacks on it. Yeah.
Did it make it save?
It failed its save.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, it took the full 26. At this point,
And I'm going to hide behind Dell.
Don't hide behind me!
You're up in the tree.
I'm
Are you
hiding
up in
behind the tree that Dell's in.
You're hiding behind the tree, so you're next to Merok then, because otherwise you'd be up in the tree. So you move around like there. Hold the
Yes,
firepower in this corner. Hold the firepower.
Dell, I'm using you as a blade of armor.
Please do not.
Curls, hey, what's up, nerds? Feeble mind.
Ah.
Right. So
I'm playing that song that I added onto Alistair's playlist, Blue.
Okay. Shimmer. Nothing else you want to do, my friend?
That's all I can do, unless I want to start burning sorcerer points, and I don't want to yet.
You sure about that?
Yes.
It's fair. Okay, so you guys grunt about 10 feet away from you outside of the cloud. You just see this arcane mist just begins swirling, almost like the cloud itself comes out and just condenses up and swirls as the figure makes its presence known out here. Is this curious? Nah, I'll focus on things that will actually scream when I hit them, as it looks down at Alistair. And looks over to Grunt. Let's see, he used that. Grunt. Good time you're back.
Oh.
I saw
As
the mage is
bas-
about to cast. I just had to. Yep.
Yeah. It's currently just trying to decide what it's going to use on you because it's a bastard. Oh, that is very curious of you. You're trying to currently summon something from another plane. As you watch as this large gate, he just reaches its hand up, and at the tree, you just see the tree just begin cracking and tearing open. Let me help you with that. As he uses 9 sorcery points to cast another 9th level spell.
No, he doesn't.
You're going to try and counterspell this?
Yes.
Do it for the love of God. Do it. Do it.
Okay.
Oh,
Um,
Christ.
Let me just make sure we know the rules of counterspell first. You attempt to cast it. The DC is the spell. Okay, 19 is the DC.
Roll
if it
high
works-
or we die.
Please.
No pressure, Core.
Casting it at a higher level, by the way, does not give any bonuses unless you can cast it at a 9th level, which you cannot.
Okay, I just forgot how to. Oh, it's. How do I cast this now?
Roll a d20 and add your spellcasting ability modifier.
Which I'm hoping you're about to tell me is a 9. just for
That's
reasons.
my charisma, right?
That's your charisma bonus, yeah. And I do believe it's just your charisma bonus.
Yeah. There's a wizard class that allows you to add proficiency to stuff like this.
Ah, well.
That's not good.
As he
I
just
burn a
begins
sorcerer
laughing.
for it and try it again.
Oh,
You're gonna do it. It's a reaction. You cast the spell as reaction.
Alright, fair enough.
So as you try to, as you watch the arcane energy fizzles out, as you just see Merrick's middle finger stick around the other side of the tree. Nope. You're playing with the big boys, middleman. Oh, you're made of metal. I'm having fun with you.
Oh, I
Damara,
would love to
you're
have fun with this dude, but I
Damara,
can't.
You're up.
Oh boy. Oh, this
I've
is
got, and Merrick shouts up to you. I've got Buckley.
awesome. This is a fun situation.
Help out my little psychopath that's hanging out of a fire giant.
Sure, I'll go do that. And I go do that because that is
And
well.
you were just watching as he's just laughing maniacally as he's literally swinging off of it. And Merrick just shouts out, "You need to be stronger, damn it! You can't do it like this! You need your other form!" As it's a very angry Linkra looks over at him now. Looks like he's just been interrupted with his fun and glares.
Cool. I'm gonna draw one cutlass, not igniting it because that'd be pointless. And the offhand is gonna be the dagger of venom. And I'm gonna run up and stab the motherfucker.
Are fire giants just resistant, not immune to fire?
That's why I'm not bothering to ignite it.
They're immune to fire.
Okay.
They could literally swim in lava.
Oh, come on.
What side are you on? Are you flanking?
Oh yeah, I have enough movement to flank.
So you would do this with advantage, if you so choose.
I'll roll again then. That's better.
Is it enough?
Give me a sec, make sure it was enough. Ooh, hang on.
Might not have been.
Because I have a feeling fire giants, they're pretty damn hard to
Actually-
hit.
Just
Oof.
with an 18, that's just his AC.
Cool.
Because he actually has a negative to dex. So that is 6, 22 points of... And actually, just slashing him, by the way, the blood pours out and your blades actually immediately ignite just from contact.
Oof. Okay.
Because his fire giant, just out of the plane, a bit hot, but has 22 points of slashing damage. Nice.
Cool. I'm gonna do an off-turn attack with my dagger of venom.
Ooh, that's a constitution saving throw, if I'm correct.
Yes. It's a DC 15.
Dagger of flaming venom now.
This dagger is flaming!
That was a really
No.
good roll considering I don't have
wow.
proficiency.
Well, he does not have advantage on this, so he fails.
Yas.
DC 15 you said, so that's
Oh,
a
come
fail.
on.
No, like you made your DC... Oh, sorry, that's what you meant. So it's 2 points of poison damage.
Get
So that's 9
poisoned.
points of damage.
Just to be sure, Des, just because I want to know possibly free in the future. Is there like a bunch of stones like around the area?
Stones around here.
Yeah, well, stone, metal, possibly.
You're currently not in a state where you'd be able to look around and focus at it.
Right.
Has he got a pointed stick?
I have a pointed stick that basically is a stick that has a bit of metal on the end right here. But goes about like that, about that big from it. And it looks kind of like a hand axe.
Is a bit beyond your intelligence level at the moment.
That's my turn.
I'm just
let's see.
basically holding up my hammer, my hand axe and shield.
You're currently at the point that if it rains, I'll be worried you'll drown by staring up at the sky with your mouth open.
The sky is falling. The sky is falling.
Slightly off topic but interesting. In the most recent Skyblock, there's a mod in it that if you look up at the sky while you're hungry, you eat the rain.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, even if it makes no sense.
It scared the hell out of me the first few times because I didn't know what it was. And all it was, oh no.
Marok,
Okay,
do something!
You watch as Marok casts. Let's see, which one? Yeah, he's actually going to spend a sorcery point to cast as a bonus action Dimension Door to here. Boom. Grabs onto Buckley's side of the face and casts Greater Restoration. Because sorcerers have access to that spell. Sorcerers tend to forget that with their level 6. Yep, 6th level spell. Check it out.
I'm gonna check that out. I'll make a note of
And
that.
he looks at you. He looks at you. Looks down. Fix him. And looks over at Leon Crow. And just takes out a rod and focuses it over at Leon Crow and fires it out at him. And you see this crackle of it towards Leon Crow and just strike him at the side of the neck. And you just see begins pulsing. No! Sorry. Okay, so that's Leon Crow's turn now. Marok's turn. Now it's the Gorgon's turn, which is now going to barrel straight out of the cloud towards Grunt. And as it moves, you watch as the sorcerer just waves his hand frustratedly, and the actual cloud itself. Let's see, moved it back. Just trying to grab the fucking. Okay. I just want to grab the cloud.
Yeah, it moves 10 foot, I think.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say for the sake of ease that it's just moved enough so that's over him now. So it's now over Grunt. So Grunt, you need to make another. No, I didn't declare it at the time. Sorry, no, I didn't declare it at the time. It's not fair. Okay, so it's gonna make a gore attack against Grunt. That's a 26. You take 14 points of piercing damage. That's already halved. Make a strength saving throw with advantage because you're raging. Okay, you're still up, so it does not have advantage on these two attacks. I must first roll this. Does not get its petrifying breath back. 2 hooves attacks. That's a miss on a 13, and that's a miss on a 15. So the hooves try to swing up at you, but you block them back. Ping, ping. That's its turn. Now it's the end of the initiative order. And as Marok is there, he begins realizing, oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, on its turn it takes burning damage, doesn't it? Is that a save on every turn, or is it just always there?
I don't think it's a save, but I'll check.
Oh, no.
Immolation. Does it take damage from that big red circle that it was in as well?
No. The circle actually was parting and moving out of its way.
At the end of each of its turns, the target repeats the saving throw. It takes
That's the end of
fire
its
damage
turn.
on failed.
Okay, at the end of the that's so good. At the end of the
Also, that's 9
that
damage.
turn, the portal that's open begins changing. Marok just reaches his hand over trying to focus on it, so I'm gonna make him make an Arcana check to see if he can re-roll this, because please God. Oh, thank God. Because that was a 1. You do not want that. That's a 5. You do want that.
Ooh.
So you watch as the portal begins shifting again, and now out bursts from it an earth elemental.
Yes, that's what we want.
Is it? Why?
Reasons? I don't know. I don't know the details. I'm not good at magic.
I'm still dead.
You're still on the
you
ground.
can't turn something to stone that's already made out of stone.
Okay, so
Well,
as
you
this is
can,
going
it just
on, at the start of the initiative back on Leon Crow's turn, the armor begins melding into him, and his shoulders begin getting broader. You hear this blood curdling bumps at it. No! You fucked up! As his body begins snapping and growing larger, his thick hair on his arms begins going dark gray, and the massive scar over his eye now is far more prevalent as he just begins clawing now two massive into the side of the beast. Yeah.
As they blue's face.
I'm gonna feast on your heart!
I like him.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I saw had at one point.
You did.
Yeah,
He turned into a
had
werewolf during the battle. He just changed back when you showed up.
Yeah.
I like him.
So, he does have advantage on this because he has pack tactics and he has an ally nearby him.
Woo.
So that hits.
I'm glad
that
we're doing
hits.
all of this to keep him alive,
That
because I
hits.
feel much better keeping him alive.
So that was 3 claw attacks. Because he's still a fighter, he's just a werewolf fighter. So that is 18 damage. That is 15, 8, 23, 23, 18 goes to 41. And then 6 and 6. That's 14. What was the number said? 51 was it? Plus 14. I'm just doing this again. 18, 33, 41, 49, 55. 55 points of damage to the fire giant. It's looking rough. Fire giant, not expecting this, currently has a werewolf on his neck, and the actual throat is being torn out right now. He's just this close to fully tearing it out. He's just,
Good. More of that.
the giant is looking very rough. Alistair, death saving throw, please. It's a success. Buckley, you're up next. You have all your spells. You've just been hit really hard.
I'm gonna
And you're
lean
now brought
down,
back to
go,
focus.
get the fuck up, and use healing word
Healing word. Alistair, you
At-
wake up to the soothing voice.
at
of, Get the fuck up, you
fourth
bastard.
level. There you go. There you go. You got
13 healing points. You are now back up to. You are now conscious again with Buckley above you, now a lot more coherent than he was a moment ago.
I'm gonna look
have another fucking hole in my chest.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll get to that later.
Across the
Okay,
battlefield,
and
you
just basically stare and just heat every piece of fucking metal
Oh.
on the motherfucker who just went, "Hey, you're stupid now. Well, fuck you."
What level are you casting heat metal at?
Oh my god.
I can only cast it at a second. So,
Nope.
Oh dear.
It immediately is lost as he just points at you. Nope.
Across the battlefield, you hear Delmara shout, "Are you still obsessed about that?"
And you just hear the voice ring out again. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was meant to spoil your day. Run. Actually, no, Buckley, what would you want to do? Do you want to do anything in your turn? Do you want to move to him? Do you want to get up in his face? Do you want to get in his shit? Do it. Dare ya. Dare ya. He's fucking
Oh,
contemplating.
he wants to.
He wants that booty. He wants it. He's swinging it.
you know, I can fly. You know, so
Oh
You fly
god.
up on the other side of him, just like you, having the mace out, the shield out. You're just like, "You motherfucker."
oh, hand axe actually.
Oh yeah, the is it a hand axe or is it the one off of the abomination? Because you would have had time to attune to it if you chose that one.
Wait, where did I get from the?
There was a hand axe. You got off the butcher as well, the abomination.
Oh yeah, I would have attuned to it then.
I think that was just a D6 of necrotic.
I think we know which song needs to go on Buckley's playlist.
It is a +1. It is a +1.
Not that long, but okay.
Hand.
Yeah.
It's a +1 hand axe. It's a +1 battle axe actually. And it's you roll. You hit with a D. It's a D8 or a D10 versatile. And when you hit, you roll an additional D6 necrotic damage.
I've just thought of the best song to go on Buckley's playlist.
I was thinking
Grunt,
Icarus.
you're up.
No Battle
Grunt, you're
Block
up.
Theatre, buckle your pants. Say your best.
Yes!
Buckle your pants! Buckle your pants!
Grunt, you're up.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
does it take like a full action to draw my thing back, or just one of my attacks draw my?
It takes one of your attack actions to do that, as the Gorgon is now up in your shit.
Okay, I was just wondering for future reference. Okay, this is going to be. You know how in some of the movies and all that, they sometimes ride the bull, and they don't so much. They're not grappling a hold of its head to make it stop moving, rather that when it does move, because
It's
they
trying to
have
steer
hold of
it.
its head, yeah, they're steering it. So could I make a grapple check to jump onto this thing, grab its head, and steer it into the earth plane?
I'm gonna let you
Grunt.
know. Firstly,
It's currently on fire.
it's currently on fire, so grabbing onto it's gonna burn like a bitch. Secondly,
I think
it's size.
Grunt is.
Secondly, it's 2 size categories larger than you, so you have disadvantage on this check. And
Right, even though I'm just trying to steer it, not hold it still.
no, like any kind of grapple check, which
Okay.
is the only way you'd be able to do it would be at disadvantage, and the DC is going to be high.
Okay.
You still want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you were raging, this is going to be a athletics check for you, so it's going to be just a straight roll because you're canceling out the disadvantage. You are going to take the 8 burning damage that it took, reduced to half to 4, because
Wait,
you were
why
just
is that
grabbing
adding
onto something
zero?
that's currently
Yeah, why is that adding a 0? It
for
should add
grunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, fucking
18
grunt.
plus 8, so that's a 26.
That's 26. I was about to say.
Berberians!
Yeah, no, the Gorgon does not succeed, so you manage to grab onto it, and you're just like holding onto the top of it. It's a bit difficult for you to do anything but hold.
Yep,
Uh,
I'm gonna steer this bugger into the earth plane.
Can't
On
read
its
it.
turn, you
Yeah!
On your turn, you could probably try to move it.
No, I'm
yeah.
just saying when it. I like to imagine I'm using the big chain from my hook and I've just wrapped it around its neck, and I'm steering it with like
Yeah,
one
you
of
kind
my
of just
feet. and
you
just
kind of
like,
grab
"Yeehaw!"
to get the hook around to the other side of it, where the broken horn is, and you have the other side of it tied around. So that's your literally everything you're doing is going to like just put your feet at the back of his neck, and you're just rodeoing this motherfucker.
I'm having flashbacks to the Ankeg fight
That was a good fight.
with the 3 of us piled on its back.
That was more
Yes.
alive
Do I
than
use
was.
strength with the hand axe?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to be sure
Uh,
on that.
So I'm gonna move you here. And guys, it's very rare to see anything by physical comparison bigger than Grunt. This is bigger than Grunt. Way bigger than Grunt. She looks like a gnome trying to ride a horse.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna ride a Garisto.
You
into
also
the earth plane.
do
It's gonna be
take-
fantastic.
That's not a Garistro. That's not a
Oh, you know what I
Garistro.
meant. Yeah,
You're
yeah,
Gordon.
This would be a lot different if that was a Garistro, right? As you're going, you do take the 4 points of fire damage well from
Yeah, I already
being
took
on
that.
it. Okay,
Do I
good.
take an extra 4? Because you
No,
already
it's-
gave me 4 from grapple.
No, the 4 is just you getting onto it as you're burning
Okay.
it.
Yep.
So that's your turn. Basically, that's all you can do on your turn. The elemental.
And, what was the second damage for it? Sorry. Is it
For that,
1d?
that's good. It's a 1d6 necrotic.
Okay, it's 1d6.
Shimmer, you are now up.
Okay, give me a second.
Ooh,
Ooh.
counting his fire spells.
I was going to cast Magic Missile, but then I realized for some reason my Magic Missile has been replaced with Counterspell.
Are they even
Pretty
the
sure
same
they're
level?
not the same level.
No, they're not. How is supposed to
How
third
did
level
that
spell?
Yes.
happen?
Look on my character sheet, Des.
The fuck?
Well, at least thanks to the SRD, you can quickly replace it.
I cast
Yeah.
counter missile.
That sounds
Why the fuck is
counterproductive.
counterspell in your first level list?
I don't know.
Also, you have so few spells. Holy shit, man.
Yeah, sorcerers, man.
Sorcerers.
Yeah, I was just looking at Merrick sheet earlier and I went, wow, fuck.
You get 1.
1.
Right, so, yeah, here, yeah, you changed that around, yeah?
Yeah, it's good now.
You're good. Alright. So, the Fire Giant's looking very rough, Gorgon is looking tough, and Earth Elemental is like, fuck.
Okay,
As
do I
the-
have line of sight on Caster Guy?
Between the Gorgon, the Incendiary Cloud, and everything else, I'd say no.
Alright then.
Not from that position. You could probably move to see if you get it. Bear in mind, the cloud is
So-
like 20-foot radius and like 10-foot high, so it's this massive column that the Incendiary Cloud is.
Yeah. I'm just gonna not shoot at him then.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot at the Fire Giant.
Okay. I'm gonna let you know even one bead. Do one magic missile bead, just to be sure. Just if you roll a 1, you won't kill it in one bead. Okay. First roll was a 1, so you basically have to sink the first 2 missiles in, and then you have the third missile. So you have to throw. You could probably throw that last missile, which is 4 damage total, into the Gorgon if you.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Can't hear you. Nope.
So we're saying
We
Blue
hear
can't hear
everyone.
me?
Yeah, we can hear everyone. Blue's lost sound.
Oh, I was gonna make fun of her. If she couldn't just hear me.
Yeah, Blue's lost some sound.
Someone write down so that she knows that we can hear her, and it's basically no audio receiving for
Yeah,
her.
I got you.
Cool. So that last little magic missile beam goes straight up into the giant's throat. It's into the wound, and just blood splurts out all over the werewolf as it just literally fucking timber and just collapses down dead. Okay, that's that.
I still need to get like a pair of pistols or something so I can do that. Alright.
Stop that. Let's see. That's you.
Actually, you know what? I could have hit that Fire Giant from where I was, so I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay, that's fair. You'd have been able to move back as well anyway.
This
Right,
way I
that's the end
have
of your
cover
turn.
from whatever he has.
That's the end of your turn. Buckley, it's now
Yep.
the mage's turn, and you are within melee distance of him.
Okay, I can hear you again. That was weird.
Guten
So,
Tag.
He smiles at you. Did you know staffs can't be counterspelled, right? And points his staff straight at your face.
Oh god.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
If only you were still a monk.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, come on.
Buckley, do you remember that beam that you saw like striking all the Skaven inside?
Yeah.
Straight at your face.
Cool.
You are brought down to 0, and then your death ward kicks in, bringing you back to 1.
That's why I fucking did it.
Thank fuck.
It's gonna be basically. That's how I'm gonna do it. It's just basically.
Planks it and then
He points it straight at your chest, throws you back a few feet, and your body begins turning to ash as suddenly, almost like metal creasing over, like reforging steel. It's just like your body reforms back. The ash gets back into place. Oh, that's adorable. And he just swings his staff to hit you with it.
Oh my god. Dunk. This guy's got a lot of nasty spells.
That's
Holy shit.
23 to hit.
What the fuck?
He rolled a 19.
Please don't break that staff.
It was 4 damage, so
Yeah.
You already have a staff core.
he wants more staffs.
Yes.
Buckley,
stick it to me.
you are KO'd with 4 points of damage.
Yep.
He literally backhands you with the staff. Pathetic.
should.
Okay. Dalmara, you're up next.
Oh, Mar, you have like 12 swords, so
That's different.
I have this hook. No, I also have the shield that.
my axe.
Okay.
I have the shield that.
Dalmara, what do you want to do?
It's an inanimate
I
object,
want
so-
to. This is annoying. Is this portal still open?
That's still wide open, and now it's to the Earth Elemental Plane.
Okay, let's not do that then.
I'm about to run a bull into it.
Right. This is annoying. I don't think I can get over there.
Even with a bonus action?
Yeah. Let's see. I can go to. Let's see. 30.
You can get there with a dash.
Going through the Gorgon? I don't know if I can necessarily do that.
Well, I mean, currently it's kind of
certainly
preoccupied by
try.
the
What's your? You have
the
you have-
barbarian.
You have
Actually, yeah,
70.
I can do it. Look. Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding. There we go.
Yeah, and you're currently still. Now, bear in mind, Buckley's now KO'd. It's just as you arrive, he just swung his staff and knocked Buckley unconscious after nearly disintegrating him,
Yeah,
and he's just turning around to you
I
as you
run
have
up
the
behind
knife.
him and shank him with 2 flaming swords.
Okay, roll the hit. You do not have sneak attack bonus with this
Fair
because
enough.
he's turning to see you now as you're approaching. Nope.
Damn, a 13.
Nope.
Wow, those were bad rolls.
Low rolls.
You swing your swords out, and you're used. It's a sorcerer. It's a rogue. It's a mage. It's something. It's cloth. And you swing to stab in, and you swing, and you actually watch as the cloak that he has on almost wraps around one blade and throws it away as your sword tries to come up, strike through the other, and just tinged against the solid iron.
All
And
right, Doctor
you realize
Strange.
it's almost like a full iron fucking body. You realize now he's not wearing armor. He is armor.
Fucking mage armor.
No, not mage armor.
I know, I don't know that.
Mage armor.
Mage armor. It's armor
Okay.
on a mage.
That's that. The fire giant basically got to do jack shit because it was getting fucking mauled.
Good.
That's your turn.
That's my turn.
His turn. It is now the Fire Soul's turn. Who rushes over to the portal and just takes his sword, points it at the bottom of the portal, and just slices upward, and the portal just closes. Shing. Before he uses sorcery points to use a 9th level spell again.
Sorcery points out the wazoo.
Yeah, he's basically out of them now. And he grabs onto the Earth Elemental, which now has to make a Wisdom saving throw. So let's see. Earth Elemental. Wisdom saving throw. That's an 18. And that is with disadvantage because of Marok's elemental affinities. He grabs him, focuses over, and you watch the entire form of the elemental just condenses as it just fires forth into the actual golem, onto that center point of the ruby, and straight into it. And suddenly, Marok pulls out a staff, pulls out a rod, and just twirls in the air and clicks a button, and suddenly the golem goes.
Awesome. Success.
Sick.
Told you this was a good plan.
Did what we were meant to.
And then looks over at the golem and just points towards the Gorgon, and the golem just goes and just barrels towards the Gorgon. As it now goes on its master's initiative, as Marok is now its master.
Hey, Blue. You got a healing potion?
I have one.
That's hit.
I'll
Not
heal
a
you for
hit.
it. Thank you.
you need to buy me another because I've used up all my healing potions.
Yeah,
That's,
I am a literal healing potion.
37, 47.
Stop.
The Gorgon's looking rough.
Try it. God damn it.
Buckley, nobody
The
wants to
Gorgon
drink
is
you.
looking very rough right now.
What? What, Corey?
The Gorgon is
Nobody
looking
wants to
very
drink
rough right
you.
now as the golem just strikes down. The almost severing the head with just a punch and stabbing into the side next to you, Grunt, almost cutting your chain, just stabbing in this like brutal, just blunt, just smashing the head. The head dents across. It's like steel getting bent too quick. Ping! and just stabs down. You just hear the slice through as the Gorgon just rumbles out in agony, still up, and the Gorgon just is now pinned essentially by the sheer mass of the golem, because the golem is as wide and as tall as the Gorgon is in length. It's literally like a man trying to wrestle an equally sized cow right now.
Yep.
That's going to be that turn. Now it's going to be this angry child, who you watch leaps 40 feet, just almost vertical, leaps up toward the golem, striking down at it, just crushes across its face. And yeah, that hits. And that hits. So those two attacks, it just like grabs the golem's head as it's moving and just tears it off. The Gorgon's head as it's moving and just tears it off. Gorgon is now dead, collapsed down to the ground.
Yes.
As it moves over here and swings to make an attack at the sorcerer. And that's a hit. It just like strikes forward, and where you try to hit before, you watch as the claws, longer almost than your sword, just sink into the point, and you just hear and you watch this arcane shift just zoom over the body. It's just as Merrick goes, oh god. He has a contingency spell! Move!
A what?
Contingency spell. Basically, he's saved a spell and stored it from a particular day, and has kept it on as a contingency. So whenever a trigger
If
occurs,
X, then cast Y.
Oh dear.
yep, you are all going to be able to, at the very least.
Oh, is that incendiary count gone? Because of all the attacks that have been hitting him.
Yeah, con checks.
Only one attack's hit him,
So, yeah,
and
con check for
that was with advantage, and that's a natural 20.
God damn it.
Okay. He was saving this.
Bye bye, everybody.
I need everyone to make, and I do mean literally everyone but Shimmer, currently. How far away is Shimmer? Yeah. Everyone but Shimmer make a dexterity saving throw.
Do I see this so I have advantage or not?
Evasion!
Oh, you're gonna need that evasion.
Oh.
As you watch,
Does this count as
Yeah, you
something I
have advantage.
see?
I'm
You
letting
see,
you all know right now, I
lucky.
only have one healing potion.
Ah!
I think you succeed that.
funnily enough, even with evasion, you take half damage. Then you watch as he just as he just laughs,
Do I
looking
roll?
up, and suddenly just around. No, you are on the ground.
Okay, that's right.
You're going to, because this is a spell and not a melee attack, you're going to suffer one death saving throw from
Right.
it. And it's probably the least amount of damage anyone here is going to take from it. As you watch as several portals above you just begin opening for you.
Oh,
Oh
fuck.
no!
Okay. So you watch as Merrick has immediately just thrown up a barrier, almost as his own reaction. He just holds the staff and swirls it. Alistair, you are within, what's your radius next to him? You are 10. You're fine. As you just raise up this
Ooh.
massive barrier, and the barrier goes from his left all the way over to your right and just covers you both. I hope you've healing potions. They're going to need them. Everyone outside, Grunt, you failed. Delmara, you failed, but you take half anyway, but you are still unconscious.
Yeah,
Both of you
that
are
doesn't
unconscious. Leo Crow, how much health does he have? Oh wait, I didn't even roll for him.
Wait, how much damage does this do?
He failed. Enough. Let's see.
That's not good.
I still like to know the number.
Holy shit! He's alive with 1 health.
I would,
Leo
like,
Crow
I would
is
also
a-
like to know how much damage was dealt.
Not just enough.
Enough is not
Okay,
enough.
I'm gonna let you guys know. Leo Crow's true form had 143 health. He's now at 1.
So it's 142.
Yeah.
Half for me,
I
Dell,
do-
which means it did. Well, I guess it's
142.
So
That's
I'm
not.
Yeah, I am down.
If it's, seven- if
But
it's
You're
I
both
71
unconscious.
If it's 71, I'm not downed.
You're not down. You're
It
still
should
up.
be 61. No, wait, never mind.
Yeah, no.
If it's 71, I'm not
Actually,
downed.
Grunt, you have a resistance to both damage sources, so that is 78 down to 39, and just keep note 39 in your head for a second there, man, and 32. So 39, 32, that brings you up to 71. You take 71 points of damage total. Grunt, you're probably still unconscious, though.
Yeah, at 70. If it's 71 damage, I am.
Do you want to use stones or
39
anything if
plus
that'll help you?
32.
I've got 43 health, so it won't help. So
Yeah, no,
won't
okay.
bother.
So currently,
How am I alive?
you basically watch as for a moment you're looking up and you just throw yourself to the side, and you watch as Leo Crow actually almost throws himself over in a second of reactive, and he's just getting pummeled at the back of him. His entire body is now encased in fire, and he is pissed. And this is still his turn, funnily enough, so he's going to use second wind. You broke the fucking contingency. So that's one death saving throw fail on Buckley.
Yep.
The Iron Golem is immune to fire damage, so I may as well roll just in case it managed to succeed its dex. Very unlikely. Yeah, very unlikely. So it takes a grand total of 64 points. Congratulations, guys! You're encountering one of Guan Chi's apprentices.
Oh.
Joy.
Yeah.
Apprentice, meaning he's not as good as him. As this is going on, he's now at 1. Buckley, 1 death saving throw. You're still up. Grunt, you were unconscious on top of the body of the Gorgon.
Probably just the head because it came off, and I was
Everything, basically,
attached to it.
right now, you are more like pummeled into it. You know how the Hulk was fought in the Avengers? They all just started firing on him. He just gotten pummeled
Yeah.
into the rock. Basically, that's what happened to you. As
Nice.
Mita just crashed down at all, Alistair, you and Marok, he raised up the barrier, and he's basically holding it, and you watch his actual blood begins dripping from his hands, like open wounds are coming out of it, as he's seemingly doing some sort of magic. You can't recognize. His own body is just being torn right now from the attack, and he's just being pummeled. The barrier shatters with the last meteor strike to come in, so he's only just blocked it. As he just collapsed down to his knees. Oh, fuck! Your turn.
Right. I'm going to try and exploit every aspect of athlete that I've got to stand myself back up, which is 5 feet movement, and then how much of him can I move over this Gorgon, or the
You
well?
can move over the Gorgon, I'd say, but it's gonna be difficult. Leon Crow, he's big, but he's like almost a looming form, so basically his torso covers up, so you can actually go under him. So like he's essentially. He'd be essentially in, to give you an idea, his feet would be in this space, and his torso looms over here, but he's tall, like he actually looms over like 10, 11 feet.
I'm going to stand just beneath him then.
We'll say for the sake of brevity, I'm just going to grab him and just move him to the
Damn well.
back.
Okay.
I've
so
been
from
working
there,
on this for a while, and I actually expected you guys to do one of these two, not both.
Oh, Christ.
I'm going to take out my sword board, and I'm going to attempt to try and grapple him to begin with.
You also have the Oath Slayer with the sword as well, which will give you advantage, and whenever you hit, you get bonus damage if you'd like to do that.
Why didn't you stand further to the side? Then you'd be flanking.
Because I can't get over to Buckley. I've used up all my movement from standing up.
Oh, right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and grapple him to begin with.
Okay. Make a athletics check, and he has to make an athletics or acrobatic. Okay, this is not his strong suit, so he's gonna do one
I
of
hoped
those.
as much.
16. You just
Okay.
you straight up reach under him and you just grab the arms, you just begin pulling, and you just tense him up, and you try to lock him in place.
Okay. Second attack, I'm going to attempt to try and disarm him.
Okay. That's gonna be another athletics check. We'll say you get to. He does this. It's gonna be force strength saving throw because you're literally you grapple him, and for a moment he tries to like throw himself up to slam at you, and you just reach up for the arm and you grab the staff. So now you get to make an attack, and this is gonna be you literally trying to pry it off of him. So he has to do a strength saving throw.
Okay. So what do I roll?
You have to roll another athletics.
Another athletics. I'm okay with that. 21, even better.
Rolled an 8.
Nice.
You
Yes!
whip it off of him.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so now his staff has now dropped to the floor. I'm going to use my bonus action for a fucking second wind.
Okay.
I think I need it. I'm just going to drop that down to 0. Where's second wind?
That's 1d10. plus your-
14!
Nice. Very
That's
nice.
good. Okay, that puts me up to some good points. Fuck it, we're at the end of the combat, more or less. This is like the last guy, so if we're going to throw everything, this is the guy to throw it at.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my action surge.
Okay.
So I'm going to release my grip on him and kind of kick him backwards, and I'm just going to lay into him with 2 swings of the sword.
Do
Swift
you
death and
say
all.
the word? Yeah.
Swift death and all. We're going full board here, man.
You have advantage on these attacks. Go ham, my son.
Do it.
Advantage.
Rolled
Two-handed.
one.
Because why not?
You just like forget the sword.
Are you fucking
Oh,
kidding
you
me?
kidding?
I rolled
does
a
not
4.
That does not hit. That,
27.
however,
That's
does.
better.
Okay.
Has he
that
taken
does
any
hit.
damage?
He's
previously?
already taking damage from the werewolf. The werewolf hit him for 22.
Concentration check as well.
Have another little bit of damage then.
That's going to be another concentration check. So that's. Don't forget as well, you do get to roll the bonus. Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
That's all the same attack essentially total. So that's 18. That's 31. So you basically have to roll 15 on this. 20. It's fine.
God damn it!
So that
Did you do
is
concentration for the werewolf as well?
18. Yeah, I did. He rolled a natural 20 for that one.
Oh,
That's 30.
I'm fucking stupid. Fucking Christ. I forgot I have shield.
Oh.
Well, you did just have a
Ugh.
stupid
bread and
spell
butter
cast on you, so
The most bread and butter spell.
Damn it.
Seems like
Okay,
Feeble
so
Mind
as
carried
you
over
were-
a bit.
To be fair, it does tend to linger a bit.
Yeah, because I get it from being a forged domain cleric. Because technically, I actually shouldn't have it. As
Never
a
mind,
framework
man.
cleric. Fuck.
Okay, so as you do this, you just like strike at him. Sha! Yeah! Yeah! Okay. He's got to do this at 7th level for his reaction. Make a dexterity saving. As you stab at him, he just grabs onto your hand. You're no real pain. Hang on.
Sorry, that wasn't with
Real
advantage.
pain. Wasn't with advantage, no. Definitely not with
fine.
advantage. He's actually going to use Bend Luck.
Oh.
Wild
Basically,
magic-
he's
wild
making Nero
magic
again.
sorcerers.
Ah,
He is a wizard, warlock, and sorcerer.
What the
And that is a 3.
Fuck.
enough
So that's a
magic to go
5?
around.
That's a 5. Minus 3. So you not. It's 25 minus 3, 22. What was his fucking bonus again? I have to make sure. His intelligence is 5. Bonus of 8. That's 8. 3. 21. You still just succeeded. So you take half damage. Take half damage from that. So that is 30 points of fire damage from Hellish Rebuke as he cast it at 7th level.
I'm down.
God.
He just grabs onto you as you're doing this. Let me show you a real pain! And your entire body begins burning as you're just like flung back. Like you just slam off a lead crow and slam down to the side there. Boom, down.
Second time I've been on my ass in this fight.
Buckley. Death saving throw. You already have 1 fail. Success.
Ooh, okay.
Grunt. Death saving throw.
Snake.
I'll roll this for you
trying to
if you're not
remember-
here.
I'm trying to remember where the fuck I put death saving throws. There it is.
The next, yeah, I was about to say next year it does.
Oh.
Cutting it close.
You guys need to be
Shimmer,
rolling higher.
you're up. Shimmer, you're up.
Okay.
Are you alright?
I'm gonna move there, which should get me within line of sight.
Yeah, you can basically like see his like energy crackling around and everyone focusing on him. You can see through the clouds like there's moments where it's parting as it's being less used. Not been his turn yet to move it.
Give me a second.
Hold my beer.
Basically.
Alright, I am going to cast Magic Missile at 2nd level twice.
Okay. With the spending sorcery points to do that, yeah.
Yes. It's like 2, but I haven't used any yet, so I'm not with it. Currently.
Pew pew pew.
Ooh, I need to get our
So
D4
that's-
again. Yeah, I need that for this.
Yeah, I had to fix it. So it's 8d4 plus 8.
Okay, go ahead. 31 points of damage. Nice.
If you have empowered spell, you remember you can use that.
Let's see. That's going to be a Constitution saving throw. 5 and a 14. Fails.
I have a quick
Hey.
spell and silent spell.
Okay.
Go.
But well,
That's literally the only way to do it, guys.
Okay, who cast Earthquake?
Pike.
Hey.
Alright, so the cloud is now thrown away as the form looks over to you. Oh, you are an interesting one. Okay, so that's your magic missile done twice. That's your bonus action to do it twice as well. Your movement was. Do you want to do any more movement?
My movement was to go there.
Okay. You watch as on his turn, he just raises out his hand, doesn't even cast a spell, and the staff just goes boom, back into his hand. Excuse me, as he starts to walk away from Leoncrow, Buckley, and Dalmara, he just taps the staff, and
Don't you fucking dare.
I'm going to go just check on a friend here.
I swear, if it just comes back out, I don't know.
Give me a second here. I actually need to re-roll this. I was trying to move something because he basically has a fucking massive list of spells, and it's actually kind of laggy to get them out.
Oh my god.
He can cast more spells than Merok.
Well, Merrick's a sorcerer, that's not surprising.
Okay, I need a Constitution saving throw from Dalmara and from Leo Crow, but everyone else takes one death saving throw. Let me just make sure real quick who he's targeting with this. I need to make sure of the radius, folks. Give us a sec. He's going to do this. Okay, 15-foot cube originating from a place of his choice. So basically, as he steps to here, he's still within the striking distance of the 10-foot reached Leo Crow right now. Taps that and casts Thunderwave behind him at all of you.
It's probably not going to be good enough.
Well, he was okay. Shimmer, anything you want to do?
Who does it hit?
It's gonna
Yeah,
hit.
I'll try to counterspell it.
Okay, you're gonna have to. Okay, what level are you casting it at?
I can only cast it at level 3.
Okay, you can cast it at higher spells to disable it if you have the spell slot.
Yes, but I don't have the spell slots.
Okay, so cast it at level 3. So roll a d20 and add your bonus.
Okay, isn't counterspell a 3rd level?
It's a 3rd level spell.
Okay. Counterspell is in my 4th level slot for some reason.
Okay. It's
Your
it's
spell
it's
is
a
the
third
third
level.
Spells.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
spells are
I
all
don't
messed
know.
up, man. You might need to go back over them and just rejig
Yeah.
them. So, counterspell, roll a d20 and add 5, please.
4.
Oh, because you, I'm used to you having that bonus. Plus 4? No, that does not work.
That's poor.
Wait, I
Nice.
didn't even roll anything yet.
I thought that was your d20 to roll.
We got a 2 that's popped up in the chat.
That's
Oh,
for
I,
your
I I didn't mean to roll that.
Yeah.
That's just a 1d20.
Sure.
Mm,
You know, on the dice roller where it has the dice on the top,
Yeah.
I clicked the d20, thinking I'm gonna switch it to 20, then I'll add the 4.
Well, still, even with a plus 4, that won't work. So at 4th level, Thunderwave gets cast.
So,
That is...
That's what I meant to do, but
You didn't do it that the first time, my man. We all know that that roll would still be with a +4, not even.
yeah.
So Leo Crow has to make a Constitution saving throw. He's already going to go down from this, so he has to roll to see if he'll do something else. It's Leo Crow's true form, and the damage he took, DC 10. Oh, he's still up. He
So,
watches the lightning hits him, and
DC
the thunder
10.
hits him, and he just... No, for him.
Oh.
As he uses Relentless... He just begins to come back through it, relentlessly not going down after getting brought down below 1. Delmara, you take 29 points of thunder damage.
I'm unconscious.
And, let's see... I need to make sure of this now. Thunder Wave, 15 foot. Okay. Constitution saving throw, he failed. 10 foot back. 10 foot back. 10 foot back. 10 foot back.
This isn't
What?
good.
Okay, that's the start of his turn. That was basically his bonus action spending his last sorcery
So I
points to
take
do
a
that.
failed save.
No, you didn't get hit. He hit everyone behind him. He was knocking them all out of his way.
Gotcha.
Okay. You know, it worked so well last time. Let's see how you handle being stupid. And points towards you. And as he does, at Shimmer, the magic just fades immediately. As you just see around you all this crackling of fire. Just as Merrick's is focusing on him and has counterspelled him. Oh no. Mine. You're going nowhere.
Epic mage battle that none of us are alive to watch.
Epic Spell Wars.
Damara.
Death saving throw.
Yep. Success. Okay. Shit. Merrick's not gonna... Basically everything about this so far has been Merrick trying to help people.
The next round is going to be very quick. Death saving throw, death saving throw, death saving throw, death saving throw.
Only
No,
Shimmer's
Pharaoh
up
can
at
give
the
me up.
moment.
He just looks over towards... When you get to hell, tell him I sent you. Yeah! And you watch as this dark energy just erupts out from his fingers towards him. And just strikes at him, so that's going to be a Constitution saving throw for him. He makes this with advantage. Fails still. 39 points in the clock. You just watch it goes... He's still standing. Merrick just draws out the sword.
God damn it.
And just focuses for a moment and just... And seems to have hasted himself in some form. Dashes. Mine. And is now going to take out the blade of the Fire Soul. And I need to roll up the damage for that.
Mine.
Run!
come on.
God damn it, Vegeta.
Is that perchance a Blade song?
Somewhat like that, yes. And he just swings the sword out once, but the actual armor is too resilient, so he's going to swing again. And it's going to be his last swing that he can throw out at this guy. He does not make it with advantage, so he's swinging twice. Shing, shing, as this massive form of radiant and fiery energy is just erupting from the sword. The mage seems to only be able to focus defensively right now. And at this point, Merrick just looks over and just points straight at his face. Okay, I might not have hit you. Let's see what this big bastard does.
Oh.
I was really hoping he would be.
Guys, he just came into existence. He's a little unsteady on his feet.
He was only born today.
Ooh.
The golem just grabs forward at the face, lifts it up, and he's just screaming, slapping at the hands, and you just see the grip gets tighter and tighter and tighter until the hands go limp at the side. Staff is dropped, and he just... The sorcerer is now dead.
Fountain. Golem creates fountain.
We're dead, we're bleeding to death.
Okay, so now you watch as Leo Crow just screams out nagging, and just changes back down to his normal. Oh, it hurts like a bitch. And immediately just grabs a potion out and gives it to Delmara, and then because he is a fighter of a high enough level, he grabs one potion from her, heals her with hers, goes over to Buckley, heals him with one of his. So both of you roll 2d4 plus 2. You're still back over there, Shimmer, as well. Combat is still going. This is
I thought
basically
combat was over.
no. Combat's over, but at this point, it's seen if you can get to the bodies in time.
Oh, okay.
Alistair, you've won.
You know I
fail, one success.
I don't have a success yet. I only went down recently.
You only went
So
down
that's
once
okay.
and then took the fail. So roll a d20,
Yeah.
my friend. That's another fail. 2 fails.
Well,
Buckley, you're up.
close to the
Grunt is
cusp.
currently like collapsed over, bleeding right now profusely, and Alistair is down bleeding as well.
Oh, I didn't even realize Smite was there. I forgot he was still on the bull.
Mass healing word and everyone.
I believe that is up to 6 creatures of my choice. So, Leocro, Alistair, me, Bell, Grunt, Marok.
So everybody but the freaking golem.
I can't heal him anyway. Has no effect.
Oh.
He's a construct.
Constructs. He's not made of organic matter.
Okay, Alistair, you're back up.
Really? He
Run.
got the forge?
Ah, good point.
And you watch
you
as
fix
Leocro,
costumes.
even after you heal him, he just collapses down to his knees. You bastard! Why did you make me do that? As shouting over at Marok in extreme frustration. And that is where you fall out of combat.
Just out of fascinating interest here. I started this session at 13 hit points, and now I'm at 13 hit points.
Illuminati confirmed.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Oh, just gather around me. I'm not even walking you back. I'm just gonna teleport you all back. I'm not even risking it. It's literally just one thing showing up and we're all dead. Everyone fucking get next to me. And you watch as Marok, the blood is just like dripping down his arms right now. Like basically it's like his his arteries have all actually opened up as he's been like bleeding profusely after casting the spell that blocked the damage from the meteor swarm. Just everyone get here.
Interesting thing. I started at 72 health, and I ended at 72 health.
That's because you didn't get hit.
I'm coming.
Marok just reaches down as well, grabs the body and grabs the staff. Oh, I'm so going to be asking this questions.
Hey,
As
Alistair.
just focuses for a moment.
Hey, Alistair, do you want anything from this bull thing?
As you say that, you basically just see out the corner of your eye, Grunt is currently carrying a Gorgon head.
Oh, I'm sure I can find some use for that. Can add something to my collection.
The walls will not support that thing.
Yeah, Grunt,
At
you were
least
barely
barely
able
anyway.
to lift this.
No, I just have a
Most
two.
of it-
Where's the horn that fell off?
That's somewhere. Oh, Grunt, your javelin is still ding 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 ding.
Oh yeah, I'll go fetch that.
Get it.
I'll
It'll,
grab
Go,
a tooth
ooh,
off the
you
head
put that
and
under your arm as you reach over and grab it.
it'll make an excellent fridge.
What'd you get a tooth off of?
The Gorgon.
Okay, it's basically like these. Literally, it's like a row of teeth that have just been like implanted in, so you'll be able to like take the full set out.
Sweet.
So you take the full set, and it's basically like holding a pair of like shark jaws, except
take a
iron.
Gorgon jaw.
Mara casts the spell, and you all just appear straight back in Duskhaven.
I wonder how much you sell a pair of Gorgon balls for.
That
Only made
stone's
for
worth
us,
it.
not worth that much.
As you're all just like, Leon Crow looks to all of you. one word about anyone, about what you just saw, and I'll kill you. And he just leaves.
Saw what?
Exactly. And he's not walking with pride, he's limping. And he's just, you can tell he is not in a good spot right now. Seems like the transformation itself actually hurt him as well.
I'm pretty sure it didn't say about any of this sort of stuff in the brochure, did it, Del?
What brochure?
The one that
To be
you had
fair.
crumble bottom with? Yeah, the
I
one you
didn't
should have
even
really
get
believed.
to choose to come here, okay?
I'm just going to collapse down just so it followed me.
So we've been fighting for roughly around 15 minutes. Another long rest.
15 minutes in game, about
Yeah.
3 hours IRL.
Just
Yeah.
the time to cross the
Grant's
city.
gonna write a note and suggest we all go fishing.
Merrick just looks to you all. You said you had some things, but when we were starting, Alistair, just give them to me. I'll go and I'll just work on them and just find out what they all are. And whilst I do that, he reaches down out of his bag, gets a very hefty bag, and you just open it up and there's platinum inside and he just hands it just to Alistair, between Alistair and Del. Go get drunk. And he just starts walking away, carrying now, just angry, just like hoisting, and he goes, hang on a second. He just lifts out the arm as the golem grabs the body of the sorcerer and just lets lift up. He just takes the mask off and inspects it. What is you ruddy piece of shit? And he just punches the face. As you see, like
I'm gonna go look real quick.
as you look, it is a human. It is a badly damaged human face. It literally looks like there's essentially similar to how Slarlak was affected by the corruption in that way, but except it's all metal that's just corroded over him and just like almost like it's in places like connecting and like melted on and seared onto his flesh. And his nose is entirely like, melted away.
Oh my god, it's Michael Jackson.
Wow.
Oh, he's dead.
The number of years that has.
Merrick just points the finger at the top of the forehead, and it just like ignites for a moment as you watch as the lungs just. I have a few fucking questions for you.
Oh,
Anyone got any ones for him?
no, but I'll like to watch. I imagine Buckley has a few questions.
I'm
What
sure
is
we have a
my
few
mother's
questions for
name?
Buckley.
I got a few questions for you.
I don't know what
When
you're talking
were you
about.
sent here?
Say that again, Buckley? Over the people?
When were you sent here?
3 months ago.
I'm having difficulty remembering what that coincides with.
Yeah.
There was no, you think back, and that's still very early on in your guys' travels. You guys have been doing this, more or less, you guys have been doing this about 4 or 5 months yourselves. Like, you only maybe just met Buckley around that time.
Huh.
Any more questions?
Um,
I have
How
one,
many
but not
other
for the
generals
dead guy.
are there?
Say again?
I was thinking how many other, like, of Guanxi's generals are there?
And Merrick looks, how many more of his apprentices lurk around the world? 4.
Got quite the paper trail to pick up on.
Oh god.
Mary looks around for any of you.
Is there anything left in the sewers?
Ah.
They were flawed. And it is very unsettling to watch as the jaw is mostly unhinged as it's speaking, almost like broken, like it's going too wide, and it's while it's like that, the voice is just eerily coming out, and it's just that stillness of you're waiting. It's almost like that moment of waiting for the body to move. But it's not moving. It's just this like really eerie point, and there's like people who are currently the guards have all just like seen you all and just gotten ready. Like it's us, and they're all just currently forming a wall. Like nothing to see. Move away. Move away.
Probably wasn't such a good idea to bring a dead body into the middle.
Flawed. they were to be removed after their duty was fulfilled.
So there's still Skaven down there, and there's potentially a bigger purpose.
I disposed of the Skaven. Lord Weak stood no chance.
Are there any more of your creations left?
312.
Because they've got pen and paper.
Grunt has
Are
written.
they, are they still in the city?
That's our fifth question.
My forces linger across the world. They will know I've fallen. They will come for revenge. That's the wind just throat. Last question. Gone.
Well, no time for sitting around resting then. Looks like we've got to prep the city again.
Ugh,
At least we know the underneath's safe. The above is fairly safe.
yeah.
It's just the walls we got to reinforce and the docks.
I think the first thing we need to do is get a freaking grate built over that sewer entrance.
Yeah. We just put the city on lockdown.
Miracle, I will certainly be doing that, and I now have a bit of a problem solver for me in that regard. It looks to the golem. I'm going to be sincere. I don't think there's going to be many things that are going to be attacking the city, and if anything does with his level of force, I'm going to be rallying everything I've got on it. I
By
think
any
what's
chance,
going
do you reckon you'll be able to put together another golem just in case?
that's going to be his job, and he spent a very large sum of his savings doing that. Right now, he used to be one of the richest noblemen in all of the land, and he now lives off his next commission. He used all of his life savings, all of his family's life savings to make that thing.
In which case, I think a portion of this sack should probably go towards him.
Yeah.
He
We
wouldn't
can get
take it
ourselves
if
a
I
nut.
offered.
Don't offer.
Give.
Yeah, you've seen how he gets when he gets... And he just used quotation marks, frustrated.
Grunt
Yeah.
Grunt puts a hand out for the coins and just looks at Del knowingly.
Oh no! A mysterious pouch of money has appeared in the forge, and there is zero trace of anybody anywhere. What a predicament!
Grunt was just going to force it down his throat.
Yeah, I do subtlety.
I'll drop you off.
He's probably not going to be even being back by then. He's probably going to go and heavily drink right now.
Exactly.
This tends to be his
I have a
solution to
question.
most things.
Grunt has 200 gold pieces. I want to know how much meat I can buy for 200 gold pieces. I am not opposed to buying live meat.
You would be able to buy like 3 farms worth of cows for that. Like you'd
Are there
easily be
three?
able.
Are there 3
No.
farms of cows available?
You need
How
to
many are-
remember. You need to remember. This used to be a booming bazaar until Skaven ran through it and pretty much ransacked the whole fucking thing and ruined
Okay,
it.
what can I
sure-
buy?
I'm
What
pretty
is
sure a
available?
sheep is meant to be worth like 1 gold.
Yeah, you.
I did
If
the
you were
ma- I
to
did
do
the
that,
math once. I was like, oh, I can buy 3,000 goats.
It's like
Yeah.
prepping for fucking dwarf fortress.
basically, if you were to go off and look for that grunt, not only will you need someone giving you a hand for it, but it's going to be a difficult thing for you as there's a language barrier, and you're going to be struggling to actually find the. If you want to actually spend that much, you're not going to be able to. You might be able to spend not even 50 actually. A lot of people, whenever there's a massive attack like this, everyone hangs on to what they have,
Yep.
and it's going to use it to rebuild.
looks around the city, sees most of it on fire or in pieces. I don't think there's a lot of shops open at the moment. Must be Sunday hours.
What can I get? Can I get like 10 sheep or something?
No, literally there are next to no livestock left in the city from the bazaar, because the bazaar was a lot more active and people were actually trading cows and sheep to people of other planes who might not have cows and sheep. But there are farmsteads that are like, say, 3 or 4 days travel outside the swamp, which is another 3 days to get through.
Just go to the Brian and Cudgel and buy everything.
Yeah, how much meat do they have? In the Brian and Cudgel, just how much meat do they have in stock?
You're going to go and you want to go and do that now?
Yep.
Okay, so you just walk off as everyone talking to Merok still, and as he hands it to you, there's still blood dripping all the way down his hands. Like he's still like heavily bleeding, and he's even bleeding a bit from his mouth, and he's going a bit pale.
I've got no
Oh.
potions left.
Oh, I know.
I hand him my potion.
That would kind of do nothing.
Uh,
I learned a long time ago that you know how sorcerers have blood in their magic in their blood?
Yeah.
I can harness that a bit too much, and it gets a bit. When I have to overcharge on certain spells and make them a lot more powerful than they should be, I can. Costs me a lot, but I can.
So my healing wouldn't do you no good.
fair enough. That seems like it's something to be interesting to play with.
No, it's not. Believe me, it's not. You think it is originally, and then you start doing it out of necessity, and it just hurts.
I'm gonna round up that
Fair
wagon
enough.
while I'm going on this shopping trip.
The wagon is being used currently by families that are just like using it to like put their things in that have like been salvaged, and everyone's just like using it as like a little
Yeah,
essentially as like a little store area for their own things and keeping people around to keep an eye on it.
they'll figure it away.
I'm gonna go and see if I can find John and Mugmug.
You can. They're currently still around the Citadel, around the Obsidian Tower itself. And Merrick looks to all of you. I'm actually impressed. Well done, guys.
Thanks.
You keep this up, and you might very well outclass us.
I think that's. gonna
I'm
take
very
some
tired
time.
now. I'm very tired now.
I hate
I'm
to
going to
Alright.
I'm going to identify this.
Yeah, I hate to ask you, but once you are free, I hand him the armor that I found to identify as well.
And he just like picks up the heavy armor, just like leans it over, and the golem just like holds it out one hand, just. Yeah, I'll have a look at that as well.
No rush.
Yeah,
Right.
I could almost lean on his shoulder, but to be fair, and he just like snaps his fingers, and a large purple hand just like moves up behind him and literally like, moves up like a big seat on it. And, I'm good.
So now he's Professor X.
He's a taller Scanlan.
Hey.
That's what he's doing.
Scanlan Tall Heart.
Scanlan Fire Soul. As he just is lifted away with it. I'll send someone to get word to you all once I fuck it, I want a drink. As he just like leans his head back as he's just moving towards the tower. You go for Jonathan and Mugmug, who are both currently talking to two people. You see them. You basically like see Mugmug's like big body mostly blocking the two out, but they are two elves. They are a male and female elf,
I'm not there.
and the conversation is mostly just Jonathan has his hand over Mugmug's mouth and is just speaking. Like, no, trust me on this part. He's a little, but yeah, no, wonderful, truly, a remarkable person and good-hearted. Very good-hearted, really. You'd. Oh, Alistair! Hey, help!
All right, guys.
No, I
What's the
don't
word,
do well
Mrs.
with parents' issues. Right. So some people are looking for Delmara. A lot of people were apparently asked and told, "Hey, these two, this orc and ogre, tend to like know them quite a lot," and so they got sent to us.
What do
So-
you need Del for?
Well, that's mom and dad. And points back
Mr.
over
and
to
Mrs.
the.
Hairnera?
Wow, that was terrible.
I don't actually know how you pronounce. I don't even think you know how you actually pronounce it.
You don't, Blue. You keep telling me I do it wrong. Hanael, like or something like that. But leave me alone.
Yeah,
That's
you-
not
you-
an easy fucking
Yeah,
thing to
it's not an easy name
pronounce.
to pronounce. You do better than whatever the hell Spook just said.
Well, the way you look at it, Haonnair. Hairnair.
Hanael.
Yeah, but the apostrophe is a pause.
Hana? Yeah.
That's
Oh,
better.
fuck it. That's how I'm gonna do.
Well, we all know.
Whatever,
They
the
both-
subject is not
They
my name.
both lower their heads to you and just bow.
Mr. and Mrs.
Dark.
We'll go with that one.
I just gotta smile and
That
wave.
sounds like Grunt's. That sounds like something that'd be Grunt's parents.
Mugmug just raises a finger. I'm just calling them sir and miss.
That'll do.
I'll give before he, walked off. I'll pat Dell on the back, give her a level 3 healing word, cure wounds, I should say.
Oh,
And basically go, I'll be back later, and then float off
okay.
towards the church.
Before this was going to happen, I said I was going to go to the guild hall.
That's fine.
I'm gonna look over my shoulder. Do I see Dell?
Make a stealth check.
I'm not at the bar. I didn't go there.
No, like you went. They're not at the bar currently. They're outside the tower. So he's gone towards the tower for them, but you already been going to the guild hall, so you'd be separate already. You literally would have parted ways at the plaza.
Okay.
He's gone down to the obsidian tower. You've gone up to the guild hall.
Okay. So
So I don't see her.
do I need to roll or not?
No, you're fine. You're fine actually. And now
I
that
just
you're
look
there,
over my shoulder and I sort of go, I ain't seen her for a while.
make a deception check. Two guys who have wisdom as one of their highest stats.
Especially my mum.
Yeah, she's actually. She doesn't need to roll her passive high.
That's my mum.
It's me, mom.
Mimi mom's car.
Get out my car.
That's a 14 plus 7, so yeah. They both just look at you for a moment. It's a while, about 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, can be. I'm feeling pretty tired.
And the mother just looks and look. Oh good God, what's happened to you, man? As you are fucked up.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. You look like hammered shit. Did Crumble Bottom show up again?
No, fortunately not. My nose is still intact. We're going to go and see if we can gather some provisions for the town as it starts to rebuild. I've just come to collect the crew.
I mean, to be fair, it's
okay.
kind of an improvement, really.
Thanks.
And the elven woman does step forward to you, touch you, and casts heal.
Oh, wow. Not fucking about with that one.
Yeah, she's a dude.
She's a high level druid.
She's
Don't
a
give
very strong
fucks.
druid.
I'm just happy that doesn't actually
You
get to
currently
full health.
regain 70 hit points. You can no longer be you're no longer blinded or deafened. Any diseases that affect you are now gone. So yeah, there you go.
And I
Various
regain my true
reasons.
sight.
If
That's a really
Alistair
good spell,
could-
that is.
No, you don't.
You said I'm not
Yeah.
blinded anymore. Technically, my vision is poorer than when I started this morning.
Oh,
Suck
God.
my dick.
Just for various reasons, if Alistair could not sleep with Dell's mother, that would be great. Thanks.
I'm not even gonna start with how much older she is, considering that Delmara is
Yeah.
already about 3 times at Alistair's age.
To be fair,
And she's a high level druid.
I as a character, I'd rather he fucked her than fuck you,
I
because
genuinely,
you're still
I'm
underage.
so glad this is.
genuinely don't know how you have come to that conclusion.
Because you are still underage as an elf.
No, I'm not.
She's 150. They reach
That's-
maturity around the same age as humans.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah,
that's
physically,
18 by
yeah.
her standards.
Yeah.
Physically, yeah, physically I'm
age,
mature.
they like mature into like 50s.
And also, 100 is still
I thought it was
adulthood
like-
to maturity. It's still, young adult.
You don't.
So we haven't been literally walking around with a child this whole time.
No, that's
Yeah, no.
That's what Curse of Strahd is for.
That's what SKT's for.
Yeah.
A.
The
I
most
thought you were
powerful
still
child
underage.
in the world.
No, well,
I'm not
to be,
underage.
to be fair, your age
Fair
has
enough.
changed like 3 times.
Yeah,
In
well,
SKT it
Couldn't
has.
decide.
Kirok is an outlier and should not be counted.
No, I mean like you've changed Dell's age because you've been like, nah, she should be younger. Nah, actually, she should be a bit older than that.
Nah,
Changed a couple of times.
it's only changed once, like at the start. But anyway,
I'm sure it was more than that, but either way, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
head
fine.
out into the swamp and I'm gonna go and see if we can gather up herbs,
Yeah.
game.
He just like grabs you and goes, "Oh yeah, I'll come with you. Please take me with you, dear God. Magma, come on, we'll need you to carry stuff." Okay. And he just starts pushing you like this. Like it's less of a hand on your shoulder and more of a push. Come on. I don't do well with
The
plans.
push of Mug has done it again, and we need to leave town.
we had to leave
That's a lot of
immediately.
good times.
How's Grunt's efforts gone?
Currently the inn is more or less the been turned into a respite. There's a lot of people coming to the inn now and using it to actually sleep and eat, and stocks are already a bit sparse.
So no food.
Not like you
Okay.
can just like buy a bulk of food.
I'm going to go and see if I can go hunt with Alistair. Let's say I did that.
Do they have
Basically,
a food
just
prep?
you just run over towards the gate and just wait, and Alistair comes back being shoved by Mug and Jonathan, and you just join them and you just follow them like a stray dog. Ooh.
Stuff to do.
And I'll find the biggest, loudest thing to hunt.
Yes.
Okay, Alistair will say you can make a survival check.
Ooh.
You do have all your advantages because you're just doing a hunt.
Actually, does the city need wood?
I'm sure we can gather
at
some.
present, the city needs a lot.
Okay, I'll just find the first tree I find and uproot it and bring it in and just rinse,
Literally, like, right
rinse
outside
and
the gate.
repeat.
Make a strength check, you fuck.
First tree just pulls out the ground.
All the squirrels and are just like, meh. You try to, you creak it a bit, but you're not lifting it.
Okay,
It is
just give it
a
some
deep-rooted fucking tree.
time. Just give it some time. I'll get there.
It's like applying pressure to something like it's not burst yet. Yet.
Ugh.
Push it down.
Oh, stop that.
If you push it down, you have a push of like what, a ton and a
I know
half?
I had an amazing list right here, so give me a second, folks. Let's see, monsters.
Do you have any idea how much force it actually takes to uproot a tree?
A
I
lot.
imagine a lot.
Yeah. I may be able to push a ton, but it's still an impressive
here-
feat of strength to uproot a tree.
Yeah, no, you're not doing that quite yet.
Need to find some of them shitty non-trees that we have in Sutton Park. You can basically almost get your hand around it.
Oh, the one that sneezed.
Uh,
Sir, you managed to find a great deal of Amanita cap, Amanita cap. It's like a mushroom. You managed to find a few lightning bugs. You're like, you just literally just grab them out of the fucking air. You do go hunting as well. Like these are more alchemical pieces. You do find Dracus flower, which is a particular kind of like swamp-based flower. Actually does give off a very sweet smell. You know that these are things that you can use when grounded. So you managed to find like enough of each of these to make alchemical stuff with. The flour can be used on things to remove poisons and lessen diseases. So like applications or like taking an amount a day of each of these can help get rid of diseases. The Amatia cap is for people who can't sleep. So a lot of people are currently in like shell shock. It's going to ease a lot of soldiers and a lot of people like that. And the lightning bug thorax can be actually ground up and has a numbing effect on pain and wounds. So you find a lot of that.
painkillers, insomnia cures, and remove and lessen poisons. Sweet.
Diseases
Awesome.
and
Diseases.
poisons.
A
So you
disease
can do
and
those. Yeah, which is both really good. So you're managing to find a lot. You managed to get a good few bundles of them, and you're basically using Grunt as your carry this for me, please, and don't drop it
friendly competition between Grunt and Mug.
to see who can carry the most
I have
things.
a massive,
I'm
massive
strongest
chain
member.
now, so if you get enough on me, I can just use the chain to sort of hold it all in place.
And just carry it by hook.
Because eventually it becomes a balancing issue more than a strength issue. So now I've got the chain, I can just make everything into a big ball.
Grunt, cut
And
down
you
some
do
trees
also
and we'll make a
find-
sort of semi-sledge.
You also find a lot of you quiet everyone down as you like move forward yourself, drawing out a bow and arrow, and you see this like large, like a few like large swamp boars. You're just dropping them like nothing. You manage to take out about 3 Mug carries them. These are easily at the size of a human, like you lift them up in their height of a human if you're holding for like legs
Oh,
up.
wow.
So
What's
these
big?
the
Big
big
pigs.
boys. They're big pigs. These are not giant boars, by the way, but these are definitely boars. These are the
Big
big boys.
You can eat a big pig too.
Oi!
Somewhere in the wind you can hear Turk, no.
Aw.
That's why I said boars and not giant boars. Leave me alone.
You remember how big those pigs were when we went to that farm?
Yeah.
Those are normal
Big
pigs.
bastards.
Yeah, they're big bastards.
Yeah, the domestic pigs, boars get big.
Yep. Then picture giant boars, which are literally like the fucking saber-toothed tiger equivalent. Just
A
big,
cow.
big. It's the size of a cow, actually. Just moves a fuck ton
Well,
fast.
it's like saying a Wolverine is a dire badger, and a dire Wolverine is just fucking scary.
Yeah. So besides that, you manage to get the boars, and at the point of getting the boars and the herbs and everything, kind of, you don't want to overdo it right now because you're already carrying a lot, and you have hunted a lot. There is a lot of smell of dead carrying, and a lot of the cadavers you have, the boars and everything. You don't want to attract too much by trying to drag too much by yourselves and have too many people holding stuff whilst also fighting. So
Makes
you
sense.
call it at that, and you go back. So you have
That's
3
good.
boars
Good haul.
and enough to do about 10 of the potions I ascribed to you.
Can Grunt have one of the boars?
You're just carrying the potions. You're doing that the potion reagents. You're just doing that delicately right now.
Okay.
Bore for your effort.
Yeah.
That you can get away with a boar for your effort. Boar can feed a lot of people.
All that hunting seems quite boring.
Hey.
Actually, go on better, Grunt. See if you can make a big stew. We can start feeding some of the homeless and the
Now you're
downtrodden.
talking her language.
There you go.
She's going to start a fire right where she's standing.
With the biggest fucking crock pot you've ever seen in your life.
I'm going to help with food prep then.
This is how she used to do it in a Goliath village. Don't worry, she's got this.
Aw.
The Goliath and the
We had a few
Dragonborn
bears
with 3
throw
boars
in.
on giant girder spits. Just rotating over the biggest fire in the country.
If only we had a few bears and stuff to throw in, it would be just like home cooking for her.
I was going to kill like 7 owlbears, but I was like, nah, I'll just leave them in their natural habitat. It's fine. Don't need them today.
Okay, so you have that. You're bringing that back, and with a lot of people, because there are people that are essentially just helpers right now. Everyone's running around. It's a lot of camaraderie. People are just trying to help everyone else right now with this incredible hardship that everyone's suffering. So there's a lot of people that help you. A lot of hunters as well. Like Tresden gets involved as well. Helps you a lot with the cleaning, carving, cutting, everything when you do get back. So you're able to basically create a pseudo soup house for the day. So you're able to using essentially the boar meat, and you get out the everyone's favorite little shit, the alchemist manages to come out, Grievel, as you talk about the things. Oh, I know exactly what I can do these. Give me, and he just grabs them all, and it's just like this big puff. Like literally, it's more just like it's a animated shrub currently with just like 2 stunty legs on it. As he runs back into the thing. Right, give me a few days.
Grunt would like to, if permissible, take a barrel of the giant crockpot soup or whatever it's called, whatever it is.
You're not
And,
going to be
bring
able to
it-
like take a barrel. Maybe
I
a
want to
big
bring it
bowl.
up to feed the dragon. He's not well. I've got to baby him. And yes, I'm going to baby the fucking dragon. You got a problem with that?
I wonder if we could make some sort of pump system up to the window. Put a
that
keg
would
up
literally,
there,
that would
piping.
literally,
and then
that would
put it on
literally
tap.
just be a straw, and it would just be gone.
She's a mother bear and there's a sick dragon. The little lizard needs food.
The dragon is currently being tended to by his son and many other people, so I'd say the dragon's okay.
Has he
I'm
got
sure
his
it
tongue
is. And if
hanging out
anyone,
like
and
white-
if anyone tries to explain that to her, she's basically going to give him looks like, I'm going to look after the dragon. You got a problem with that?
Thought not. So you
Even
do.
if he objects,
you
she's just going to
do-
be, no, shush, eat.
You try to go up, but you go up by yourself, and you're immediately getting lost, and you can only find your way back out to the exit because no one's guiding you.
Oh, well, I'll just start climbing up the side with the hook.
Okay, that's like 150 foot. Even you look at that and go, I'm not going to be able to hold this bowl while doing that.
I thought it was a barrel, but anyway.
You're not gonna put soup in a fucking barrel.
Why not?
I said so.
Okay.
Simplest fucking answer. I said so. Leave it alone. Okay.
Okay, how far do you reckon I can throw a bowl of soup? No, I'll call it quits then.
Yeah, please call it quits. So, Merrick comes back to you guys, and As you're basically like he eventually like sends guards and manages to find a few of you, and individually goes to Delmar first. The armor you had,
Oh,
this is pretty much studded leather with a powerful magical bonus to it. Studded leather armor +2.
thank God.
There are no curses, there are no nothings. I ran every test I could on this, and even made sure to cast remove curse just in case.
Excellent. I was very, very concerned about that.
Yeah, I kind of guessed it because I used I sort of used spells on it to see who had it last before you. Would you like some good news?
There's good news?
There's actually great news. I scryed him.
What?
Yep. And he's currently being punished for his immense failure. He's only got half a face right now.
Oh, right.
Which means he's probably going to come back for me because I'm the failed job.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna come back for me as well.
He'll come back for me first. I'm going to keep scrying the motherfucker. He was too busy screaming in agony to notice.
I know you mean well, but that honestly doesn't fill me with confidence.
Okay. He's currently being punished. The punishment's going to last a while. He's literally out of commission for a bit.
He's gonna be fucking pissed.
Oh, when he gets out, he's going to be absolutely pissed. But for a while, we are crumble free. This is like having a biscuit that just does not break. There's no crumbling here. No crumbling at all. And he puts his hand on your shoulder. You'll be alright. Now I have to find the rest of these idiots. And flies off. Literally. Casts fly on himself and goes. Eventually finding his way to Shimmer. Shimmer!
Yes.
This staff was
Oh, for fuck's
specifically
sake.
created. This staff was specifically created and augmented to be used by him and by him alone. It will take a ritual that I don't know how to craft. Like, this is something that's outside of my magical capabilities to perform. This is something Guan cheated. But if you give me time to research this staff, you know how most staffs have a particular limited pool of magical energy you can draw from to cast spells on? As long as you know the spell, you can cast it using this, and those essentially that exertion of energy. So it's not a spell that's on the staff. Instead, you form it. For example, I could just cast a spell of the 9th sphere of magic from this thing, and use its charges for it, not my own. But I don't know how to actually attune this to someone. It's not a rest period attunement. There's actually a ritual to this. This is a curious one. I'm going to need time to study this. But if I can figure this out to work, you, my friend, will find something very interesting.
Oh, most definitely.
So, yeah, I thought I'd keep you updated on that. But this one is staying with me for research for now.
Not a problem.
Have you spotted Alistair in them? I have the other things. And at
I'm
this point, you've actually noticed that there's like a stain of blood across like the side of his temple and down his cheek, and almost like a little bit that's been cleaned out of his ear as well.
And the healing. Oh wait, no, never mind.
This takes it draws from my direct source of like sustenance and my vitality, so I need to literally sleep it off if I don't do anything else. So yeah, but I'll be alright. I'll be alright.
Alistair and then should be literally right here because I was helping with food prep.
Dartwood! Just shouts out.
I'm going to say that for the time being, that I've headed back into the swamp because I just want to call it. I want to call it a rest night now.
Fair enough. A moth just came in my window, so I think we will call it there. As he's been essentially looking around for stuff, and that is where Narwhal just flies up, and you guys all just like hear out in the distance of Vegeta level. Fuck!
Well, I sit on the roof of the guild hall to watch the sunset.
Okay, as the sun will set, like you just spend the day all at rest, at ease, relaxing, and that's where we're going to call it there.
We finally managed to get through that day.
You got through that day and the next day, so
The
that's real progression.
longest day.
At the dawn of time,
The
the
dawn
longest
of
day.
Time.
It's like,
So-
wow, you guys look really tired. This day feels like it's been going on for 5 months.
Yeah, I mean, we've had like 3 naps today.
Everyone?
So,
Hang on, I need to go back one. Boop, 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 boop. How do I go back one? on
Fuck.
this thing?
Shall we
Back
close
one.
the stream before we
Back to
do
back.
XP? Because I imagine that's where he's going with this.
Yes.
3,150 experience for everyone.
Cool. I'm going to take down the stream. Thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully we can have another Blood and Sand session a lot sooner than it took us to have this one. We're going to try and coordinate, but it's going to be hard because of somebody's work schedule.
Oh yeah, my work schedule is just shit. I mean,
Terrible. Absolutely.
Clearly,
Yeah, don't even get me started on mine.
I know, yeah.
you guys
See you
talking about me?
We'll see you next time, guys. Bye, everybody.
Take care, guys. Love you.